Ambition is critical.
The man comes well prepared with his own bottle opener and his own whiskey. You'll have to swig it out the fucking bottle. I don't think
Tell them all do Irish whiskey. Fucking hell. Ice cold pale ale and Irish whiskey.
Well, when I went round to the door, I thought, whose fucking mountain bike is out in the front garden? It's a first for us, like.
We're lucky he didn't bring the chin up with him.
Normally when we're doing a podcast, like, this is 30 episodes, fucking man, it's gone up. Like, I know the people that are coming in at least a little bit, like, like when Stacey came in, I knew him for years on Twitter, before, and it was only like the second time I met him. So I've always got an idea, like, of, things to, like I say, we don't ever script anything like that, but, points in my head what we're going to talk about. And I was like, fuck, I don't know Westy. I was like, what am I going to fucking do? Like, I was like, stumped. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have to read his fucking book. So I'd
have to say like that.
Hey, that's how J.K. Rowling started.
I'll sign it for now. Thanks for supporting me under duress.
I had my arm twisted. No, but actually, I read it, genuinely. I read it, because I read like Johnny Five. Of course, I could fucking just go like that. It took me 2 nights, I read it. So, I enjoyed it. And then Westy messaged me, so, we was having a conflab, and then it was like, Westy likes a lot of things I like. He likes Bill Burr, he likes the Swans, he likes shooting Taliban. I'm like, what's...
Is Westy the first person I've mentioned? I think you are the first person that I said...
He's the first person I left in charge of fucking organising the get-up, yeah? And then fucked it up.
Yeah, I did fuck it up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you're a week later than it was supposed to be. So we had to... Lee David's on his deathbed after the fucking London Marathon last week, and he's up, felt like he was sleeping on the floor, and now we're here a week later, but it's nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, you too, man.
Nice to meet you. I did, like I said, I genuinely read your book, and I enjoyed it, and we'll get to all that,
It's got our first author, innit? We nearly had the Clydach murder guy on.
Oh, I know, we bottled the Clydach murder guy, we've got the Baghdad murder guy in now.
Too serious at the Clydach one, probably, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Did you see that? One of the guys who follows us on Twitter, I know, I'm going to have to apologise to whoever that was, because I can't remember, but they went, when I put said, Royal Marine LW coming on it, and I took the photo of the book, didn't I? And I said, I'm reading his book for research. Well, like, this is what happens now, like, someone went and thought, I'll read that book. I went on Amazon to find it.
Right, yeah.
And then directly underneath, recommended for you, was the Clydach Murders book.
People who bought this book, Clydach
Yeah. It must be...
And probably fucking Jim and Jane or something.
Fucking congratulations, mate. Anyway, in all fairness, you are a fucking fully fledged fucking author.
Self-published, but...
No, mate, I don't think it fucking makes any difference. You know what I mean?
So
I think to have a life, I was very lucky. West, you sent me a chapter of something else he was working on as well, didn't you? I know we're going to talk about that. But I read that as well, and this is before this book come out. And I'm not kidding you. I've read a fucking couple of army books, like the...
I've read loads.
Like
I'm big into
the McNab.
ones,
I
think that's where you start, isn't it? You read Bravo 20, and the one that got away.
I mean, I did before like sort of started to join the military. I read Bravo 20 and Chris Roy and all the rest of it.
And like I read a chapter of what he sent me, and it was fucking riveting to the point where it was scary that someone who knew had gone through all this shit. It's all very well having a story about jumping into bed with your gram and fuck all on, except an hard on, right? But like some of the stuff, this is how
that's my second book.
Like that's the thing. When so I know Westy, like, and I know some of the stuff he's done. And for something like this podcast, I was thinking, oh my fucking God, this literally take a back seat. You know what I mean? I've been with Westy and Benny Gazine in the most blatant misuse of military gear since fucking Saddam bombed all the Kurdish rebels, right? He's there dressed as Jake the Snake Roberts with his, what's the backpack he uses? With his camel pack filled full of Castello Diablo, right? What a blatant misuse of military property, like, not giving a fuck.
Big time. And I had a baggy Marines t-shirt on to cover the back of the camera. Guards couldn't see either.
Yeah. Looked like a cross between officer and gentleman in human traffic. It was fucking shocking.
Actually, well, it takes 3 litres. So I actually had a litre of vodka.
Oh, lambert.
Yeah.
And topped up with sangria.
My word.
All like sucking on it, like feeding random Spanish women it, like, oh, fucking hell.
There must have been some shapes.
Oh, unbelievable. It was the Spanish equivalent to date rape. Fucking, you know what I mean? It was fucking crazy, like, fair dues. Fucking hell.
They rumbled me going in, didn't they, the guards?
Yes, yeah.
So nervous now, sat outside the gates, looking, eyeing up, right, which one looks a bit soft, not really checking anyone. Oh, fuck it, let's go for it. So baggy t-shirt on, camelback underneath with the boys, sort of get myself in the middle so I'm not out front and obvious. So he gets to the gate, hardly even patting me down wherever, straight through. Gets through now, euphoric now, we threw 3 litres of hard booze in a backpack, which is expensive in there. We're sorted. So in our haze of happiness, I had a pair of shorts on. So the straw of this camelback's poking out the bottom of my shorts. So as I walk in, I think it's either you or Gilmore. I'm like, oh, we got it in, lads, innit? Straight onto the straw. Hey, I'm dishing it out for my shorts. 5 metres from the guard station. The guard just turns around, points at us, come here, straight over, out.
We got excited too quickly. And not only did they stop Westy, they also stopped the boy who was dressed as Big Boss Man.
Yeah.
Because they said he was imitating security guard. So like he'd spent 3 fucking months planning his fucking wrestler's outfit. He went dressed as Big Boss Man and they wouldn't fucking let him in. He had to go and get changed. Like, fucking Betty, because he was brilliant weekend, wasn't it?
Was that Denty's?
Denty's stag, yeah. It was fucking brilliant weekend, yeah. Apart from Denty nearly losing £700 on the bus on the way out there. The bus driver robbed him. And then, well, £700 went missing from his bag or his case. Gets in the hotel, he phones up, and he miraculously turned up in fucking Pablo's fucking rucksack. He brought it back to the hotel in, probably with my fucking phone from the other Mexican cunt. Fucking fajita-loving wankers what they are.
It was just a list of mistakes when I had that trip. But we got back in with the backpack, so it took me out, left it sort of 10-20 minutes, pinged another one on the other side, got back in. As soon as I was past the gate, I just legged it straight towards the main area. Then I'm dishing out all this vodka and sangria to the boys, and they got a little tap on it. So
I got one myself.
On and off. So I'm giving it to one of the boys, Davis, now, innit? And I'm like, he's like, oh, there's nothing coming out. I'm like, it is, mate. Just bite the rubber bit and suck it. So he's biting it, sucking it. There's nothing coming out, mate. I'm like, mate, are you an idiot or what? Bite the rubber bit and suck it. No, I can't. You're a fucking idiot, mate. You're a mon. Well, hang on, I haven't got the tap on. Slated him for about 5 minutes.
It was that's when I got one of the fucking worst things. I think I might have told you. One of the worst things about that fucking trip, right? We was on it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was Banzai as well. But by the Sunday I was fucked, right? Now, on the Thursday, it was an Argentinian steakhouse. Burger, like mobile van there, right? Seen that on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What I'm doing doesn't equate to a steak sandwich, right? You've got to avoid that. But I know come Sunday, I'm going to fucking fancy that, because Sunday's going to be a quieter one. I ain't going to be doing what I've been doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know, there's no bombs of Mandy going on the Sunday, and I take it nice and chilled, right? So, wait now, 3-4 fucking days for this Argentinian steak sandwich, right? Can't fucking wait. I'm walking past it every day. They sizzling, this fucking like steak by night, this smoke coming on, my lips are fucking dribbling. Can't wait. On a Sunday, 10 o'clock, all the boys are staying out to watch Blur. As Blur finishes, I think, you know, I have a nice fucking quiet one. I'll fucking go in the morning, and I go and have a steak sandwich in a taxi home on my own. Goes off on my own, goes up the Argentinian steak place. Can I have 2 Argentinian steak baguettes? He looked at me, well, yeah. It's Sunday, senor. We've only got hot dogs left. I was like, you fucking Maradona Messi cunt. I've been fucking looking forward to 3 fucking days. Absolutely devastated.
Last thing you need after 3 hard days on it.
Exactly. I was fucking gutted. And the day later was when, this is probably when I realised Westy's a fucking not like the rest of us. Like, he's not normal. We all got out there on the Thursday. Westy turns up from nowhere, right? He just walks in with his fucking camel pack, he travelled out separately, right? He travelled out separately. So on the way home now, Penny Kazim, we go into Barcelona airport. It's a fair fucking run, innit? It was about fucking 5-6 hours. Me and Wayne Saunders sharing earphones, it was a long old journey, like. Where's Westy? his flight is going from...
Girona, it was another Barcelona one, but a bit
Yeah,
further
he
north.
said he's Westy on another flight. All right. How's Westy getting? Westy can't be buying a taxi from here to there. It's going to cost him about 300 quid. Oh, no one knows. Where's Westy? Who just sees it walking around, dressed in his fucking military gear, just trying to get on buses. No asking random bus drivers where he going. Like,
Literally.
anywhere near fucking Girona Airport? No. But half hour away from it. I'll hitchhike from there. Who fucking hitchhikes in Spain? You know what I mean? Don't do shit like that. Get on the bus and get to the airport. You know what I mean? And buy duty free.
No.
He's fucking it. Where to? Girona. Half hour away. Oh yeah, I'll do. Fuck it.
And walk the other half.
He just jumped on his butt.
Nothing booked.
Huh?
I had nothing booked. Literally, as he said, he was in the car park. They were all on the bus, looking at me, walking around, just walking up. Where are you going? Anyone going to Girona? And that was literally it. Nothing booked, nothing planned. I hadn't even thought about it until the minute I got to that car park. In fact, I didn't even think of the car park. You lot are outside your hotel. I was like, "Oh, you all getting to the airport?" You were like, "Oh, we're going to some coach car park."
Yeah.
I'll get in a taxi with you to this coach car park. That's how I get on.
Yeah. I got more chance of having a bus there than by like, you know. And I think we've got home. We're still here.
Yeah, I would have missed it. But the flight was delayed by 40 minutes. So if I hadn't been delayed by 40 minutes, I would have missed it.
That's when I thought, fuck, this guy ain't like the rest of us, like, you know what I mean? You know, it's not like... But you love that, and they're travelling on Todd, don't they?
Yeah.
How the fuck... How, did he always like it when he was younger, or did he just sort of start...
No, until we started, 2011, I'd always fancied it. You know, you think about it, you
Yeah.
travel around wherever, and you think, it'd be good if you just like cracked on your own, just off the bat.
No! It wouldn't be good, no, it's not
I
good.
can dig it. I've always wanted to go Southeast Asia. Is fucking, I'd like to just start up somewhere, Vietnam, fucking go to other places and then just end up fucking wherever you do, like. You know, that would be, but obviously I can't do that. I can't take my missus and the kids. You know,
fuck
you can't be
no.
walking down the Ho Chi Minh Trail with the
No,
with the women and the
fuck
kids.
no,
Like, that's
no.
not going to happen. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So what was your first one?
So 2011, I'd been away in Oman, like desert training, come back, and we were just about to go to Afghan. So Afghan, November 2011, we were going to deploy. So we got back, bit of money in the bank from desert training and some other stuff, and going away for 6 months. So it don't matter if I spend all my money because I'm got 6 months of saving. So I thought we had 4 or 5 weeks off, like late October. I was like, none of you mates have got time off, summer leave in October, especially short notice. They all got misses or families. I was like, I ain't sitting at home for 4 or 5 weeks before going out there. So yeah, straight online. I had a look for flights. Got flights out to Chicago. So yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So looked to like hostels, cheap accommodation. Yeah, just cracked on.
You wouldn't get an hotel. You liked the fact that
Yeah, one for. I mean, I had enough money to get hotels, but
yeah.
I mean, you're there for like 2.5, 3 weeks. If you're paying 40, 50 quid a night. For,
of course, yeah.
Half the time, all you're doing is getting your head down for 7 hours before going back out and doing stuff. So I did have a few hotels along the way where there wasn't decent hostels, but the thing is with a hostel as well, it's cheap and there's other people there.
Of course, yeah.
So if you want to be on your own, you just go off and do your own thing. But if you want to socialise, you
Yeah.
can sort of chat to the other people in the room. What are you up to tonight? Where you going? And sort of tag on.
What are all in the same room with like total strangers, like?
Yeah.
We stayed in hospital. I nearly ended up in hospital in Krakow. But we stayed in hospital in Krakow.
Is it?
Yeah. And like I had it, because there were so many of us, we basically had a whole room to ourselves. We had a whole
That's
room
the
to
beauty of
ourselves.
such a big group.
Yeah, there was, because there was perfect numbers. We were all on bunk beds and shit.
Well, you're not going to believe this. The boys are going on to Benidorm tomorrow for Sean Cochran Stag, and they stay in tent to a fucking room. I'm fucking 40 years old. I don't give fucking been done desert training. I don't want to spend a fucking 2 nights with Sam Smith.
Do you know when
above me?
when I was organising my stag last year, right? There was 26 of us. We're trying to find a hotel for 26. It was a fucking nightmare, right? And there was a hotel that came up, and it was 6 to a room, right? And there was fucking people telling me, we are not sharing 6 to a room. So imagine if I had turned around and said 10 to a room. It'd have been a fucking room, didn't he?
To Benidorm seems fucking unreal. Like.
No, 4 to a room's fucking bad enough.
Yeah, fuck, I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially if anyone shared it with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
That first trip I did as well is a town in Illinois called Swansea.
Brilliant, right?
It's
obviously named after us.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
The history is there was a town out there of Welsh immigrants back in the day, and then a few of them got upset with one group, so they branched off and created their own town, and a lot of them from South Wales, so they called it Swansea.
Is it?
It's a village.
Really,
it's
right?
tiny,
Yeah.
tiny as well. I got to go there anyway. But the draw was their village badge is the Swans badge.
No way.
Like identical.
The new one or the old one with the
new
sea?
one now.
All right, yeah.
So that's why I seen it online. I was like, they got the Swans badge. It's called Swansea. The history's formed somewhere. I've got to go there. So jumped on the bus down from Chicago. Just crack it. So I got there. Just amazed walking around all these Swans badges everywhere. Like all the street signs. Got like, Bel Air Row and there's a little Swans badge next to it. The Metro Centre has got like a big Swans badge paved into the entrance.
No way.
Yeah. So get there, big sign of welcome to Village of Swansea. So I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? It was like Thursday afternoon or something. Thursday afternoon, late October. In a town that nobody probably visits. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I had a little walk around and it's like the governor's like civic centre.
Right, of course, yeah.
I popped my head in the urn. So pops head in the reception.
Yeah.
Swan's top on. So this one was like, yeah, can I help you? I was like, yeah, I'm from Swansea in Wales. I'm just you're visiting. She's like, you from Swansea, Wales? I was like, yeah. She's like, why have you come here?
I was hoping he was going to treat you like C-3PO in Return of the Jedi. No, only he walks thought he was a king and he's walking around the Westie's walking around the town centre, they all carrying him like,
she's looking at me as if to say,
what
please don't tell me you've travelled 3,000 miles just because we got the same name town. I was like, I just thought I'd have a look around. She's like, well, hang on a minute. Yeah. So I did have my C-3PO moment. So she goes, I've got the governor. He's coming out in a minute.
Out walks Arnold. Get into the chopper. No one puts me in the cooler.
So he takes me to this back room and he's got his suit and tie on and everything. No, it's like the head of like Rob Stewart, the head of the council, whatever, the equivalent. So he sat down and it's awkward now. I'm sat there. He's got like these executive brief pads. These executive brief leather-bound pads with pads, and he's got one of them up with a fancy fountain pen, thinking I'm gonna like give him a brief or something.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So we sat there. I'm like, all right. He's like, so.
As he started speaking
how can we help you?
He probably waited for this moment all his life, didn't he? Someone from Swansea, sure.
I've been practicing my Welsh.
Yeah. What the fuck? Sometimes I'll see. See one of the boys now goes out with a. See one of the boys that was 40. I've met a girl who's 21 and they gets together now. To me, that's my worst nightmare because all my fucking funny stories will be about Will Quack Quack and singing a theme tune to Mind and shit. So these young birds won't have a fucking clue what I'm on about. So that's your equivalent, really. Yeah. You two now have got fuck all in common. Nothing. Age, interests, hobbies. The only thing you two got in common is that you're both from places called Swansea. Yeah. Now, what the fuck? How the fuck do you end up there? Like?
I know. He was like, how can I help you, Mr. West? I was like, to be honest with you, he said, I look for a pub or something to do.
I'm just passing through. You thought it was Jack Reacher.
Rambo into that town in First Blood.
Like, you know what I mean? He must have gone home and said, Cheryl, I've had the weirdest day. Fucking hell.
So he's like, there's not much to do in Swansea on a Thursday afternoon, to be honest with you. I was like, well, have you got a Hooters?
Do something.
We haven't got a Hooters here.
What is Hooters in there, is it?
Well, it's right on the border. It's just in a place.
It's on the border
between Bellevue, but it's actually
Swansea Hotel.
Yeah.
So you drunk me Hooters?
No way.
But I did ask him.
Did he have these like with Nick Badger there?
I was like, right, I'll ask you. He said, the badge.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, did we pinch it off you? Because it's the type of thing that board we had at the time.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
So I was like, did we pinch it off you or did you pinch it off us? And he was like, no, we took it off you. So he actually admitted that our village, they took it from the Swans, that badge.
How big is this place, like in comparison, you know?
I'd say population's only got to be like a couple of thousand people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mad. You must have walked in like the Lone Plains Drifter, like
walking
in like everyone's fucking turning like
John J. Rambo.
Yeah. Fucking hell. And that started a bit of a. That was the bug then, was it? Who fucking just loved going on your own then. Yeah. It's got to be a bit of the army in you.
Well, yeah, definitely. I'm sure because obviously he was in the forces pre that. Really.
Yeah. Was in yeah. So it does give you the confidence and that to be able to do it, doing.
Yeah, of course, yeah. When we went to Cancun, I had a night on my own. I fucking had shits like when all the boys went out.
Don't think you can compare it, but
I just, honest God, within 3 hours on my own, like I was ready to jump out the balcony, like fucking hell. The MTV Movie Awards was on, the one where fucking, I don't know if you've seen it, it stayed with me forever. Me and Neil Cobley still last for this day. It was the same time as Harry Potter came up the same time as Lord of the Rings. And Dobby the house elf was on there. And fucking, who was the one on Lord of the Rings? Gollum come on. And called Dobby a little cunt. Me and Neil Cobley still, like, they bleeped up the word cunt. But me and Neil Cobley still laughs about that. But I had a shit time, I stayed on my own. I had the fucking EBGBs, like, so I could do
you've been on a baby for 11 days.
Of course, yeah.
You got the demons closing in there.
That's what it was.
I like you don't have to compromise. So when you go like away with the lads or your mate or whatever, we want to do this today, and now let's go here. If you don't want to do it, you got to go with the crowd.
Of course you have,
That's the thing. When on your own, you can go, right, if I want to socialise today, meet people, I can.
Yeah.
If I just want to go on, wander hotels on my own, or go to Hooters and get on it all afternoon, chat up the waitresses, I can as well.
I got to give him credit. He's an handsome cunt, and he is very easygoing. So like it will make friends, Westy. I think you can drop Westy pretty much anywhere in the world.
And that's making friends. So in that same town, Swansea. So after I'd had a few looters, taxi back to the hotel. So I had to get there. There's a bar opposite the hotel and still open. So I quick nightcap in it before getting my head down. So I goes in, walks in. Wasn't very busy. As I'm approaching the bar, it's like this big black guy stood at the bar now. You know, your classic like Green Mile type. Not as tall, but that classic American big dude. So as I'm walking towards the bar now, and he's just eyeballing me, follows me the whole way, stood at the bar, he stood at the side of me, just looking at the side of my face. Like, here we go, what have I walked into here?
Fuck yeah.
So I'm stood there trying to get the waitress' attention, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just say hello to him in it. So I turned around and said, alright. And he went, I have my Swans top on. So he goes, you support Swansea, do you? I was like, yeah. He said, what do you know about Premier League football? I said, well, I'm from Swansea. He's like, Swansea, Wales. He's like, oh man, I fucking love the Swans. I get up early every Saturday to watch him. Michael Vaughan, super keeper, the penalty killer. It was that season when we first got in. He was like, oh, it's amazing. My missus is half Welsh. And
No way!
Yeah.
She's friendly.
Get the beers in. So
they went Shug Night on it. Like,
a couple of beers with him, chatting away, and I was like, hang on a minute. I said, so his missus like half Welsh, like American half Welsh, not like Boston where they're all Irish because somebody moved there 300 years ago.
Like the O'Donnells from the other.
Half Irish.
None of them are left panty Kellen. You know what I mean? Shut up, you plastic parties. I'm not having none of it.
Well, they can see it from Fishguard.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, right, is she proper like half Welsh now, or he's like, no, her mother's full Welsh. I think she was born there and then moved.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so how did you meet her then if she's like proper Welsh English and you're a Yank? He said, well, I was in San Diego, I was in the Marines, so I was based across it. I was like, that's it, I was like, in the Royal Marines, that was it then, shots, on the piss all night. She was on a night shift, she was a nurse. So she comes home for a night shift, there's me and him on his front lawn wrestling in the grass. she walks up this stud door and look at us, and he's like, this is my mate Westy from Wales.
He'd be with the governor all afternoon. Fucking hell.
That was just one day.
As the Marines in America, the same sort of thing as the Marines with us, because the Americans are like NYPD, we're the greatest police department in the world.
The Marine Corps in America is a massive thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. It's bigger than the whole of our armed forces. They got more aircraft, helicopters and planes. Just the Marine Corps than the whole of our armed forces, including RAF, Navy and everything.
As a like say people are listening now, what is the difference between all the like soldier, Marines, Navy? Is there a big divide between all of it?
Oh yeah, massive.
It is massive. So it's not like all of it.
It's like
together.
football rivalry. I mean, you all got the same interests and you all do. I mean, the same.
You're not in it all together, like.
Yeah, you will be. Of course you will.
One
but
day, yeah.
I think you need that rivalry. So I mean, like our biggest rivals might be the Paras.
Right.
So it seems anything like the way you get better and stay competitive is to have a competitor who you fighting against and you dislike. I think it has to have that sort of nasty edge to it.
Have it got nasty edge?
Yeah. Well, blokes are blokes and everything. And I mean, it's going to be trouble that. But I mean, as in very competitive, as in we are better than you, and I think it needs to be that to.
And especially with like, I would imagine. With the Paras and the Marines, they're seen as a little bit more elite than just your average soldier as well. So it's like, who's more elite, and it's like trying to be more elite than the others, I suppose. You know what I mean?
People say to me, I turn around and say, the Marines. the hardest to get into or the elite or whatever because I'm in them. Well, I wanted to join the armed forces for a long time. I studied it, looked at it, and goes, right, when I join, I don't want to join some regiment where once I get in, I'm going to look at these Marines or paras walking around and go, fuck, I could have done that.
Of course,
Do you know what I mean? So I looked at it, right, what's the hardest one? What's going to give me the biggest test that I could be the most proud of if I pass it? And that's why I went down that route. But yeah, with the Yank Marines, they are a different beast because they're massive.
Yeah.
They got women for starters, which Royal Marines haven't, so women aren't allowed to join our Marines.
But I agree with that, don't you?
I do, yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to
no,
change.
there's
It's going to
any-
change. There's nothing we can do about it because of the way the world is. But yeah, it's such a big force. We're a sort of a small, concentrated commando force. So highly trained. Everyone does commando training, whereas they're a big force where a lot of them are sort of got backseat jobs, you know what I mean? They're drivers, they're chefs,
they
support staff, and then they do have their elite.
Like.
They have elite units within Marines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'll join the Marines as a basic Marine, and then they can apply to be in like a more elite sort of US Marine unit.
So who started out the Marines who wanted to go in the armed forces for a while then?
Yeah.
And he was just headed for the Marines, and that's what
Yeah.
turned into a career soldier, really, didn't it?
Yeah, it was the best thing I did, yeah.
Yeah?
And when I joined, I thought I might just do it for a few years.
Of course, yeah.
A lot of people I did growing up, because you watch these Bad Lads Army and you hear your grandfather's stories from the Second World War, and you think it's like you're going to be living in a tin hut.
Yeah.
You got no life, and that's it. But I mean, it's modern. It's a modern armed forces these days, and it's giving
Got a good life,
a brilliant life.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, we've seen some bad things, but also seen some of the best things as well.
Yeah.
Is that, talking about that Bad Lads Army, how brilliant at the time that Corporal Iorcus was in, remember?
I remember. Yeah.
Can you remember they did one where Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank went in there?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. See that Iorcus absolutely shit himself when he went on to Nigel Benn and he shouted in Nigel Benn's face, and Nigel Benn just flipped.
Sure, Nigel Benn was a soldier though, wasn't he? Nigel Benn was in the army.
Like, well, I mean,
I think, you'd have to check that out. I don't know whether I'm just making that up.
But he got in Nigel Benn's face, and Ben just fucking turned on him, and that fucking Corporal Iorcus turned white. And then they interviewed him after it, and he went, fuck, he said, I've shouted in people's faces all my fucking life. He said, and then I thought I was a fucking goner. You know, it's like
Nigel Benn, like, doing
tough man.
The thing is,
like.
you probably got that Iorcus bloke, wherever it is. You see those people in real life where they hide behind the rank,
right?
The position.
Does that happen?
Yeah, of course it does, because they know people are very unlikely to challenge them if they're lower rank.
Yeah.
So, and like, he's quite an intimidating character, wasn't he?
Of course he
good at
was. He was
shouting,
only small, but he was
insults.
fucking aggressive. Yeah.
People like that, but I mean, they're not necessarily, because they're good at talking the games. If there's anything, you're not necessarily able to back it up.
Of course,
so yeah. Shit his pants when he thought somebody was going to.
Obviously, just because he went in the army, and it doesn't mean you actually hard as fuck. You're probably not as hard as fucking Nigel Benn. Like,
well, in a one-on-one,
that's what I mean.
If he picked the gun up, he'd shoot Nigel Benn before Nigel Benn shot him, probably.
If I know it's fucking, we may as well put it out there. I fucking want to ask this for you. It's probably a stupid question, really. Like, and I don't know if we can answer. We can fucking edit it out. Have you killed someone? No, genuinely, have you killed anyone? Like,
a lot of people. I mean, the reason you probably felt awkward or didn't want to ask that is because a lot of people might react to that and say, "Oh, you can't ask."
Yeah, of course, but if you can't,
and I've heard people say you should never ask somebody that, but I'm like, you can ask me whoever you want. If I don't want to talk about it, I'll either avoid it or just say, "Oh, I'd rather not talk about it." I'd never get offended for somebody asking me that question. Do you know what I mean? Or any question. If I didn't want to talk about it, I'd say, "Oh, I've got nothing against you for asking it, but I'd rather not asking it. Answer it." But I ain't got a problem answering that. And the story you'll probably tell later on where we got investigated in Iraq. When, I have been. It's the elephant in the room, and the question, can I ask it? Whatever. But it's pointless me beating about the bush because I got investigated for a shooting in Iraq, which people died in. So, I have shot people.
Go on, you may as well crack on now. Go on. Say the fucking
story.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so we were in Baghdad 2006.
Right.
And we were on Yank rules. So we were up in Baghdad. It was my first ever operational tour. So blinding. So joined the Marines.
Blinding.
It is.
It's all of it. Balaraki 98 was blinding. Baghdad 05 was not blinding.
No, the thing is, what you've got to realise is, because I know Marine, and you've got to be built that way, that is exactly what you wanted in life, was to go and get on operational duties. Do you know what I mean? So it is blinding for you.
You'd feel cheated if
You didn't.
I would have anyway. It's hard for the people. I understand. It's hard for people to
Yeah.
understand that. But that mindset of I want to go. I mean, I want to.
You're
go
not
more,
sure
basically.
you do.
Yeah. And I would have felt cheated if I joined and didn't get to go.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And again, probably find this people find this difficult to believe, but I call myself the golden generation of Marines because I joined. My feet didn't touch the ground for 10 years.
Really?
Iraq, Afghans, right back to back. It was constant.
Yeah.
Whereas the guys joining now, they haven't really got anything. So we're going to have a big gap now where people aren't getting the
course,
operation. And we need it. Whether we like it or not, we need guys to stay current with wars like anything. If you don't stay current with it, we're going to lose the edge on it.
Yeah, of course. Johnny Slew joined. Johnny Slew's famous expedition was when he went to war-torn Norway. I think it kicked off, it was a riot outside of IKEA. That's all Johnny done for fucking 6 years, didn't it? Container landed on his foot, he had 60 grand compensation. Fucking great, that's fucking 5 years.
He still gets his war pension, didn't
yeah, the only injury Johnny had was when a meatball went in his eye. In IKEA. Fucking hell.
So, go on and talk us through it.
So for me, we were in Baghdad, and the Brits weren't in Baghdad at the time. It was American held. We had Basra down south, so we were in Baghdad. So because the Brits weren't overtly there, we had to wear American uniforms, drive around in American Humvees, right, and American equipment. So it was brilliant. So it was that extra edge of not only being out there and doing what I wanted to do,
being undercover.
Yeah, a little bit like James Bond.
Haven't the Yanks got all the best of everything compared to the Brits? Is that a true?
Yeah, we have caught up a little bit since we got so busy with Iraq and Afghan, and the reports are coming back and in the news. Look, our boys, they haven't got the kit.
That's shocking.
Not me, but when the lads went first in 2003, they were wearing desert bottoms uniform and green woodland jackets.
It's not good in the desert. It's a good spot to
because they didn't have the kit to give them for it. Shocking. We have caught up a lot because they had to put it aside and go, hang on a minute, we're sending these boys away. We're busy, I mean, for a few years. We need to start giving them better kit. But they're always going to be one step ahead because they throw so much more money.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So in Baghdad, long story short, we had to go down south to Basra to do a job that the boys down south weren't sort of qualified to do. So we flew down and went out on the ground. We had to go and detain someone or what's the word? If they resisted, leave them where they were, if you know what I mean.
Right, yeah.
So we went out, did the job, on the way back, and I found it startling, because in Baghdad, we were on Yank rules. And whatever you say about them, they don't fuck about. And the consequence of that is the locals listen to them. So in Baghdad, it's a curfew, midnight. If you're out on the streets after midnight, fucking look out. Because those Yanks, they are, a lot of them are wild. So if you're out on the streets of Baghdad after midnight, you get a warning, and then they'll just drop you.
What's Baghdad like as a city? Like, a lot of people I think who are misinformed would think of Baghdad, it's this fucking shithole. Yeah. Baghdad was like proper metropolitan. It was like proper metropolis city, wasn't it?
A modern city. I mean, there are all attractions there. You fly across in a helicopter, look down. I mean, you got the Euphrates and the Tigris River.
Yeah.
And all the sort of the old monuments and that. Yeah, and it stunk of shit. Don't get me wrong. Like all these sort of Middle East. When you go to Greece in the summer, that raw sewage in the streets.
That's one thing the Brits have got right. There's a sewage.
It had that, but it was like it had like grid squares, like like an American city. Like New York is all organised that way. Corner cafes. I mean, when we got out to go into Baghdad, it was a couple of sort of corner cafes we got to go to. So it was pretty. It's not like the mud huts of Helmand, if you know what I mean. Pretty civilised city, that.
That's what I always wondered,
I'm sure it don't look as good now as before the fucking invasion.
That's it. Yeah, a lot of it.
And obviously before now, ISIS and fucking everything else is going on there,
So you on Yank rules then?
So curfew, and when we went out, because we mostly go out at night to do our sort of search and arrest, for want of a better phrase, and the streets would just be dead. And if anyone did sort of poke their head out from behind a fence or whatever, we put a red dot laser on them.
No way.
And they'd be gone.
Really?
They knew if they hung around they were going to get shot. So it was quite good because people were sticking to the rules.
Yeah.
The odd one who didn't, but mostly it was followed. So when we got down to Basra, it was like Penland in the summer. Do you mean all on the barbecues on the grass, right? Fires on the street corners with the tops off and everything. Yeah. So we were stunned now because we were lasering people, putting red dots on them, and they weren't thinning out. They were just looking at us and going, cheers, because they knew the Brits weren't acting on it. it's not so much a problem with the lads down there, it's we don't have the backing above.
Is it
Of course,
a
yeah.
Hence why we got investigated, which proved the point. So the lads are scared to pull the trigger because they're going to end up in court. And we've seen it between Al Blackman and later on, it happens. So because the lads were so reluctant to act down there, the locals just took the piss. So they were out. So we're out now. We're not used to it. We're on hard rules for the Yanks. So we're lasering people. We're firing warning shots. So there was complaints from that. But then, as we're on our way back in from doing the job, we're coming on the corner. I was sort of top gunner on one of the Land Rovers which we're using down there. Me and a couple of other lads. As we come around the corner, a car approaching us. And again, the streets are dead apart from the odd person on the street corner. It's after curfew and they're approaching a military convoy. So it's driving towards us, so red dots through the windscreen to say, back off. Now, if that was me, a civilian, innocent bloke, driving towards a military convoy and put a red dot on me, I'd be U-turning out of there.
My Calvin Klein pants would be out the window, waving in the air, opening his little shit skin on here, like Silverstone. Skin marks, like, fucking hell. And these fuckers just kept going.
Ignored it,
Oh, what?
Drove towards us, we were like, right, so there's an escalation now, you just can't go around and shoot someone if you suspect.
Yeah.
There's an escalation of force. The first one is red dot, laser, or a verbal warning if you're close enough. Didn't listen to that, so the next phase then is warning shots. So we aimed above the car, fired a warning from the machine gun. Again, if you're innocent, approaching a military convoy and you find a warning first, you're out of there new. Swerved, sped up and started coming towards us. So that's the escalation done then. So obviously we load our sights and the car come to a halt. Went back to camp, packed up, went back to Baghdad. A few days later, army lawyer turns up. The British commander in the south has requested an investigation. So we basically questioned and investigated for murder because they thought that we had fired unlawfully and taken these people out.
But how the fuck did they find out? If this car's in the middle of something nowhere, the next day it's just a car full of people like dead, and how does that get back to we were like the British commander, and how does he find out about that?
Because Baz already at this point now, so 2006, 3 years after the invasion, it's settled down. It's an normal working city again. We've got British officials liaising with because we've set up a government now.
Yeah.
So do you mean we sort of a proxy sort of government for their government?
Right, I see. Yeah.
So there is engagement between them. It's not just everyone outside our fence is the enemy. We're now looking after these people because we've basically turned our country into a shit and we got to rebuild it. So he was through a complaint. So they complained, 2 blokes, and we as British have got to go and investigate it. We can't just leave 2 blokes dead on it. Whether they were rightly shot or wrongly, it has to be investigated.
But obviously it got investigated in your favour.
Yeah, so it came up. Luckily, the task force we were working with up north, they were in Baghdad, they were quite robust, and they were like, look, you haven't done anything wrong, we're going to back you on this, and it is going to go away.
Yeah, you must shit yourself though, because that's the equivalent where you're not just getting sacked, like you're going to fucking jail. And I don't know where would they put you in jail? They can't just put you in fucking Baghdad Central, can they? That's out of order. That'd be bang out of order, wouldn't it? You'd be on the nonsense wing and all that. Where would they put you then if you got
military
back home? Yeah, so Colchester military prison. Yeah.
Oh right, I see.
Yeah.
And is there many in there?
I don't know actually.
Yeah.
It's a military one, so you can get put in there for like a minor offence. So if you didn't turn up for work in the military for 2 days, they'd send you to Colchester for 4 weeks or something. Do you remember?
Never.
It's just like
Would that prison be rough as fuck? I don't know. Can't work out where they'd be walking around with machine guns and shit.
No, it's quite. It's more like a
open prison, say.
Yeah, but they get locked up at night, whatever. But it's more of a re-education thing. So they're just on military routine. They're not allowed to leave.
Right,
you know what I mean?
I got it.
So
Yeah, I
they just
see.
get drilled in the
Yeah.
mornings. They have to do weapon lessons, and I mean.
But surely that now with because obviously there's been enough reports of it. Like was it quite recently? I can't think of the guy's name. You mentioned him just now. Al Blackman, and that. Did that ever cross your mind when we were actually on duty, or because these people, I fully believe that they had it wrong with they should have been more hardline like Americans, and I'd give you boys a chance out there. Like, does that put a fear in you when you see those things, and then you're still going on duty? Like,
yeah, big time. And like, don't get me wrong, it needs to be accountability. We can't just go somewhere and start shooting people and acting up. It's 100% to say that.
But that's why they got people like you in the army.
Yeah.
Because much of the things you've done, I find you very intelligent when I spoke to, very engaging. You're not a fucking idiot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So all the stuff he's done,
Not including Benny Cassin.
Benny Cassin was a one-off.
You're allowed a weekend off.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, as much power as he got when he's wielding that gun, he's sensible. He's, like I say, clever guy.
Yeah, you must.
You haven't got any twat doing.
You must have run into people, whether it be Brits or Yanks or any other fucking force, where they've got that gung-ho fucking. The guy who's a danger to himself and probably the people around him and the people he's probably sent to protect, like, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, and it is always in the back of your mind. You just, like I said, we understand it needs to be rules and we know exactly what the rules are. There's a thing called Carl Alpha which tells you when you are allowed to engage and when you're not. But we would like to feel that if we did make a genuine mistake, because it happens.
Yeah, of course,
So,
yeah. Especially in fucking wars or area.
Those two guys in that car, they could have been innocent from what I knew. But when they came up to investigate, I was happy to tell them exactly what I did because I followed the rules there.
Yeah.
And if it does turn out that they, I mean, for some reason, God will only know, because I mean, that they were actually two innocent blokes. All right, yeah, I'd feel bad for it, but it was a genuine mistake.
Yeah.
I didn't do it because I wanted to mow someone down and act hard or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, I did it in good faith.
Crazy thing is,
our lives are in danger.
They are acting. Say these people in the car now were out to fucking do damage, right? They are out there to do damage. I say fucking prerogative, right? Whereas you've got to go through.
Yeah, you've got
6 steps, like you know, it's your life, mind as well, and you've got to go through 6 steps before you can act. Like that's life or death, isn't it? That's the difference between living or dying. Like,
that's
you know,
the people who make policy and
it's all very well in them saying they big suits in Whitehall, saying these
and
are the 6.
That judge said to our black when he sent him down, murder is murder.
So what was this?
Hang on a minute, mate. Do you mean shooting a Taliban bloke in the chest in Afghanistan when you're suffering combat stress from months of hell is not the same as walking down the street and shooting somebody innocently in the back of the head, is it? Murder is, but that's what he said. He's basically saying you are the same as a bloke that's gone out in London last week and stabbed someone in the heart. Yeah.
Which is happening a hell of a lot, isn't it?
Fuck me,
You know what I mean?
Doesn't bode well for us when we go to Luke's.
No. John Cleese.
We definitely lose 1 or 2 that we get.
John Cleese said the other
Luke
day.
will keep you safe.
Hang
on.
John Cleese came up with a quote. I don't know whether it's an old quote or a new quote. It might not have even come from fucking John Cleese. It might just be one of them photos with writing underneath the photo of John Cleese.
Yeah.
But he was saying, London is not really like an English city anymore. No. He said it's just not. But he fucking lives in LA, so you can't really take his fucking word for it.
I think it's not a city anyway, it's loads of little cities.
Yeah, of course.
I was reading something this week, as I was going on to this, that, you know, obviously the black gangs in London have had issues with each other all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? They live on one street corner, because I go. But actually what escalated the violence in London, and this was a quote written by an actual gang member from London, was actually immigration there, because the Somalis and like the Sudanese and these North African mobs that have moved in there, they come from a third world culture.
I totally agree with you. They all blood diamond motherfuckers.
They don't give a fuck.
You know what I mean?
In Somalia, like, and Senegal and places like that, they chopping each other's arms off and shit walking down the street. Violence is something they know from their baby. That's all they know. They probably the reason they're probably in London is because their whole family got murdered in fucking Senegal. Like, you know what I mean? Or fucking Somalia or wherever. Sierra Leone. You know what I mean? That's not bad, isn't it? Right. Yeah. So when they come over and in London, they all mob up, don't they? There's strength in numbers. So let's say the fucking Somalis now. Well, they don't think nothing of walking down the street and stabbing some other gang from over there, because that's all they know.
You think of the WhatsApp videos, right? There's a few famous WhatsApp videos, isn't it? Is the guy who gets with a massive cock with a green hat, right? He's a fucking...
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. He's a blood diamond motherfucker, isn't he, right? He's just walking around the streets getting his cock up, right?
That's the reason he survived.
Exactly, right? Then we've got the ones where, literally, like we said, in the middle of the street, there's guys with machetes chopping heads and fucking chopping arms off. Blood diamond motherfuckers, what's that all about? Then you've got the ones where you'll have a skinny black guy shagging a big fat blackbird up against the bonnet of a car and everyone's walking past them. It's fucking lawless, isn't it? You know what I mean? I've been delivering to Griffiths John Street this week. That is like Somali without the machetes. You know what I mean?
I can pretty much guarantee you the machetes are there. They're just not on show.
But that's like you said.
That's not my running route, and it's like going back to the jungle in
Yeah, yeah. It's like you fucking bring them people over from these countries. They are going to bring that mentality.
Well, that's all they know, and you can't exactly blame them. You know what I mean? It's what this
import our
culture. What
this
this passage was that I had read was the guy had said, you know, the Brit gangs there in London, they may be of Jamaican heritage, of whatever. They had to catch up, so they've had to start getting really tooled up with guns and knives. They have to get more violent,
just to keep
just to hold their own,
or just to survive.
Just to survive. Yeah. So that is, strongest will survive. Like, I mean, it's and so like you say, fucking hell. The place is crazy. I fear for us. You know what I mean?
No, I love this. Right, like we're gonna be in Camden, and we with all the Amy Winehouse mob, and we ain't gonna see no Somali pirates. I hope and fucking Liam Gallagher.
Luke's getting a new dog soon, isn't he? So just take that out with you.
We'll just go around with a fucking dog and Liam Gallagher and just pretend I'm blind, like we did in Mali in '97.
I don't know whether he was on a wind up, but he said on a WhatsApp group today it's got PTSD or something, and it's come straight from the fucking army. Seriously.
Oh no!
He said it'll definitely be bitey.
It's gonna be like fucking. We're gonna be like Bob Carl. Jeez, we split the dog, innit? Fuck that! I'm not having none of this. Fucking, I'll be upstairs with this other one, Scrappy. Do I? Well, fuck that! I'm not having nothing hanging onto my leg when I'm trying to listen to fucking Don't Look Back in Anger. Fuck it up.
But so how long were you in Iraq? Like,
6 months. That one was yeah.
So it's just 6 month tours, is it? So you did what, like 2 6 month tours, is it?
One in Iraq, so 1 6 month tour, and then I did 3 Afghans. One of them was just 2 months, so that was 2007, and then the other 2 was 6 months. Yeah.
Where's the craziest place you've been?
Fucking Jubblies.
Yeah, only the strong survived in Jubs.
No one sticks to the floor in the Afghan poppy fields, do they?
Is nobody listening to Curfew and Jubblies, is it?
Yeah.
Green Laser. It's Green Laser.
Yeah, it was lasers. It was a laser pens from Magaluf. When we brought them back to Central Park, the bouncers went fucking mad. Chill the fuck out. It's a fucking red light, you fucking nonce. Fucking hell.
So it was because under the impression of because I like I say I do follow this type of stuff quite as much as I can. Like, was Iraq as heavy as Afghan, or was because I'm sure Iraq had some early moments too. Like, you know what I mean?
And it'd be different for different people. Like, I'm sure some people who went to southern Iraq during the invasion, where it was more open warfare. I mean, trench for the layperson. I mean, sort of open trenches and bun lines moving forward. But for me, my sort of Iraq was city centre Baghdad, so it weren't like you'd expect to see in an Andy McNab film or something doing, where they're sort of running through ditches and running into mud huts,
like Black Hawk Down and things like that. Like.
Yeah. So the Iraq wasn't that; it was city based. So we'd either we had 2 options: go out in the vehicles, or go out in the helicopters, half full gaff. So if the person we identified or people we identified were of interest to us were in a rural location, we get an helicopter, fly out of the city, land in, go in, get them, get back in the helicopters, go back to base. If it was in the city, we'd go out in the vehicles. So a lot of time it was after curfew, so we weren't experiencing. There weren't 2 battle lines drawn, if you know what I mean. We're here. There's the enemy with a uniform on. I mean, it was in Second World War in the Falklands. It was it was slightly different. But then Afghan was on my ones. It was more of that traditional open warfare, where you're over there. We're going to shoot each other until one of us wins. You know what I mean? So they were slightly different, but some people would have had. I mean, definitely southern Iraq, they'd have had more open warfare and maybe gone to Kabul, where it's more of a city in Afghan.
No, like in new days off. Is it like they see in the American films and they all fuck like Jarhead and everyone's cooking steaks and all that?
Smoking marijuana.
Yeah, listening to Public Enemy. It's like Platoon, isn't it? It's 2 gangs, like, and I fucking know.
I know which gang
I know which gang I'm in, because that's basically my house party singing fucking, what is it? Tracks of My Tears. Yeah. Getting right off.
We'd be in the bunker.
100%, like, we ain't no Willem Dafoe, we not, like, 100%, like.
No, we Willem Dafoe, we not Tom Berenger.
Oh yeah, Tom Berenger, 100%, yeah.
They're sitting around playing cards, and they like, we'd have been in there. In what's that in the?
That is Jubblies, that isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Jubs. In the hooch, that's it. Yeah.
No, not quite, but more of a modern day sort of adaptation of that. We had TVs and stuff out there.
Really?
On the later ones, we had Wi-Fi.
What?
Yeah. I remember Dentist, and I was on the WhatsApp group, and he's going, "I don't believe you're in Afghan. We're shooting fucking Manselton. You're on WhatsApp.
You in the Morris. He's next door.
Yeah.
Westy lives next door to Saints HQ. So
When you're on these American camps, like we stayed on in Kandahar, it was bigger than Reading city centre. Well, Bastion was at one point. So it's bigger than Reading.
Yeah.
This camp's like 30 miles wide. Right, so you're talking Burger Kings, Green Bean,
right?
Yeah,
Timmy
KFC. The actual commercialised.
I told my daughter that there was a Burger King on top of Pen of Anne, right? Just to get it up, if she believed me. You fucking telling me
100%.
that they're on fucking camp now and they've got a fucking Burger King out there, mate? Burger King goes more expensive the closer you get to London. You go to a Burger King in a service station, who paying £9 for a Royale with cheese. Like, how much was they charging? They must have been hitting 15 quid for a burger, because they are fucking robbing cunts. Burger King, fucking hell.
I didn't really go there, to be honest with you, but you wouldn't believe it. There's a place in Canada called the Boardwalk.
Right.
So if you imagine it was probably the size of 3 decent sized artificial full length football pitches.
Right.
Because they did actually have one football pitch. So it was the size of 3 of them. One side an artificial football pitch.
Yeah.
Then they had a hockey pitch, basketball court, a running track around it, and then all the way around the outside of this was what they called the boardwalk.
Yeah.
So think of like down by the beach, a boardwalk, and literally lined up all the way along was Starbucks, Timmy Hortons, pizzerias. They're like Italian pizzeria on this American camp. You go in.
We missed the trick,
Yeah. Giuseppe would show you down to your seat.
Daddy was out there. He had Pizzeria Vesuvio, Helmand Province. And he, fucking hell, what the fuck?
Honestly, mate, it's unbelievable.
Fucking hell, I'm baffled by that. That's fucking brilliant.
And then you see these Yanks walking around like 6'4", and he's like 30 stone. Because they don't got the gate. There's people there who obviously, like this policeman on this camp, had a parking ticket.
What?
Yeah.
No, wait.
My missus' brother was in the RAF, and he was in Bastion. I think he had 2 tours of Afghan, but he was just security inside Camp Bastion. So he never actually saw any action. They would do a patrols on Bastion, talking about perimeter patrols and that. So he was there, but obviously he didn't see, because nothing happens at Camp Bastion, is it? Because I think it's just, people like lambs to the slaughter if anyone tried attacking.
So what, but that's right out the city centre, like Camp Bastion out of the way.
Oh yeah, it's the middle of the desert,
yeah. So it's a self-built camp, like.
Yeah, so we built it literally from a couple of shipping containers. And then over the years,
for that purpose, like.
Yeah, for us to fly into and then sort of be based from.
But it must be a bit of a head fuck that, like, you yourself or any other forces, you go out and you spend fucking 3 hours on patrol or something, and you're getting shot at, and there's fucking all this action happening, and you survive, and you must be fucking head must be all over the place. You come back and you go, should we go for Starbucks? It's like fuck, you know what I mean? How do you get the two together? Like,
it's weird the other way around. So you'll be out just walking around having a coffee, watching someone play football on the AstroTurf. And then you got a job the next day. You sort of go to bed for a few hours, and at 3 a.m. you'll wake up in a dark room and you think, "Fuck, I'm getting on a helicopter in a minute to go and land into enemy territory." Like 3 hours ago, I was having a coffee and watching the football. It must be weird the other way around.
Yeah.
Can you flick a switch? Is you like, are you up all night the night before? Because if I've had 2 weeks off work the night before, I can't sleep, I can't go back to work, not knowing where the fuck I'm going to be delivering. But like, do you wake up in the middle of the night before and think, fuck me, what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow? Like, or you just set?
Not all the time, but like I said, there will be a time I wake up in the dark, and like anyway, when you're back home, you wake up in your dark room, do you? Only a few seconds, you wonder where you are. Oh, then you sort of come round, and then you think, fucking hell, I'm an Afghan. Do you mean? Because you're walking up in the dark. Of
course,
You don't know where you were for a few seconds. So yeah, now and again,
Do you think you'd be a soldier for life? What's the age you can stay there till?
So I got 7 years left till I get.
Is that all? Is it?
Full retirement, pension.
Well, you haven't got a choice then.
You can extend say I get to my 22 years and I've got a few qualifications.
How many years have you been in?
So I've been in 15, so it'd be 22 when I
fuck, that's a full.
22, I could take a full pension, leave. Yeah. But if I've got some qualifications which are short on, they can offer me like a couple of years extension or a few more years.
Will it be set for life then? What do you think you'll do after it?
Be an author, hopefully.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's going to stand at his back garden throwing hand grenades at himself.
I hope not, because the Morris is next door. I'll be in the beer garden with Stuart Courtney DJing, and we'll have a firefight with Westy while he's in his bar having a barbecue.
Fuck, I'll be moving away from the Morris anyway. It's too much for John, man. He's a miserable fucker, man.
I had to turn around in the car park the other day because I picked up a fare right for there. And I had to go around the other way. I thought it's easy for me to spin in the car park, and he was standing in the car park like daggering. He's miserable.
He's funny, mate. He went. I likes to leave my car there because I like to have a pint. So I'll take my car and leave it there on a Saturday. And one week I didn't pick it up till the Wednesday. I just forgot it was there, to be honest. I was having a lift to work, and I went to fucking jump in the car and thought, fuck, where is it? Oh fuck, it's up the Morris. Goes up there. John tried to fucking give me 2 parking tickets, right? Yeah. He said he was picking up Monday. He said 2 people come for dinner and they couldn't get a space because of you. He said it would always be 40 quid. I said, John, take it out the 100 I spent Saturday, you tight cunt, fuck off. He's a fucking happy bastard.
The other day, he was like, I said, van right there for 10 minutes, John. Oh, the bloke will be around in a minute with the tickets. Next door neighbour, John. What do you mean? I got to put up with the noise from your pub.
Well, we apologise for that. Don't go fucking American sniper on my ass as I'm singing Streetcar Line.
Fully equipped like
Yeah. Can you keep the noise down? He comes in dressed as fucking Rambo, fuck that.
I got back from one of these Afghan trips and so bumped into him out in the car park. Alright, John, I've been away with you. Yeah. Afghan, yeah. 6 months, alright, yeah. When are you going to cut your edges now?
Yeah,
honestly, that was the first thing. I'm
trying to save the fucking modern world, John. You fucking lemon. Yam really forgiven us since James Dennis pulled his kegs down. We had sausage and chips every Saturday after football, which Saturday was brilliant, by the way, because we beat the Ulsters and he was fucking
so it was a good performance.
It was fucking hell of a fucking game. We've signed this boy, I don't like to say his name, fucking Ryan Earlo. He's the second coming of Maradona.
Is he, yeah?
I'm going to have a flag made with his face on and a drape over Griffiths John Street, not like the Maradona side for Napoli.
As long as he remembers, he'll only ever be Ryan number 2 in that.
Yeah. Ryan Earlo, what a fucking player, mate. Absolute rapid, scored 4. We beat them 5-3. Fucking brilliant.
His name. Where's he come from?
He was with the Ulsters, then he joined Command. I think he was brilliant with the Ulsters, but he was only a kid, and I don't think he was a finished article. Like, we've gone to Command,
right,
and he come back, and not only is he rapid, he can fucking finish now,
right,
and now he was outstanding. Like, in all fairness, best prospect I've seen in fucking years. Best prospect Saints have had for fucking years, anyway. Which
seen John, so the day after, you had the swig in there for Mitch.
Yeah.
Tragically passed. Sunday, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah.
So bumped him on the Monday morning, walking down the co-op, and he's in his slippers, smoking, as he usually is. Alright, John, I was going, yeah. So I knew we'd all been in there.
Yeah.
A couple of you posted you, and Ash saying, really good turnout.
Yeah, unbelievable turnout.
So I was like, how was it last night? Johnny had a few of the boys in for Mitch, and yeah. Fucking nightmare. I was like, get a bit rowdy, did they? No, they fucking drank me out of beer. I'm like, fuck, you're a fucking landlord, John. You're complaining because somebody drank you out of beer.
Like I said, he the 2 best fucking. Yeah, I will say, mate, he's quite funny. He's dry as a fucking bone, isn't he? Yeah. But like I say, he brings out sausage and chips, and James Dennis pulled his tracksuit bottoms down, but he overextenuated on the tracksuit. He pulled his kegs down as well, so he got his cock and balls hanging out. But he's carrying the sausage and chips, and there's nothing he can do. He turned around to Dan and said, "I'm gonna fucking kill him now in a minute." There's nothing he can do. He's carrying his fucking willies shaking like fuck. He can't get rid of the food, and our Christmas party as well. It was fucking rammed in here, and he threatened to call the police on us. Right, they did get rowdy. So I had to say to all the boys, look lads, John's phoning the old bill, we need to fucking calm down. Yeah. And John looked at me as if to say, well done, and I tipped the pint over his head.
Lead by example.
Yeah, no, he's a good laugh, John, he's funny as fuck, like, without meaning to be like.
So when he was, you must have got yourself some hairy situations when he was out there.
Yeah.
Pretty much, especially being a Marine, because it's sort of, you are going out, like you said, and taking people who probably don't want to be taken. Like.
Yeah, we'd couple of close ones. One was a bit unorthodox rather than the sort of conventional war. So me and one of the lads, Mark, he's a paratrooper. So he used to live with me in Swansea for a few years after he left not long after the Iraq tour. So we're out there now doing our nighttime jobs, and then so we're on nighttime routine, not getting back into like 4, 5, 6 in the morning sometimes. Usually sleep till about 12, and then get up and start prepping for the next night. So he's a medic, like a sort of a combat emergency medic. So he gets his bright idea, why don't we start going down to the American hospital in Baghdad and helping out? What he meant by helping out was chatting up all the fucking nurses.
Oh, right.
Right?
I thought he meant nicking all the diabetic tablets. I don't know what you knock. It's out, see if I can have a knock job.
So he came to me to be his partner in this. I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, I'm up for this, mate.
Yeah.
So it meant
getting
up a bit earlier from the nighttime jobs, but we didn't mind it because obviously we were flirting with the American nurses, and we were quite sort of in demand down there because British accents. We quickly made a few friends. So the routine to go down there was you wouldn't go in uniform because we saw in Baghdad a place called the Green Zone. There's a film with Matt
Damon.
So the Green Zone is the safe zone. So it's cordoned off, fenced off from sort of the outside, and only people who are sort of authorised by the Americans to come in, so civilian workers and all the rest of it can come in. So there's gates guarded by the Iraqi police and army. So we're inside this. Our little camp is inside this Green Zone. So what we do is we just wear civilian clothing, take a pistol with us, sign out like a civilian profile car from motor department, and then just drive down. As long as we weren't going out into the city, that was fine. That was you permitted to do it. So every day we drive down to this hospital, but there's only two routes there from our base there and back. So we couldn't really mix up our pattern of life, if you know what I mean. So somebody was watching us. There's only two certain ways we could go. So we go in there every day, chatting to the nurses. Helping out with the casualties, which was interesting as well in itself. And then one of the days, I remember we got a brief saying there's going to be an attempted snatch inside the Green Zone by Al Qaeda Iraq, and it's going to be Westerners. And they said the date's going to be between the 26th and 28th of September. So I remember getting this brief and just not paying any attention to it. So 27th of September, me and Mark had gone to the hospital, come back out, jumped in the car, and we're driving back to our camp now. Now to get into that hospital, we'd have to show our ID cards and unload our pistols. But the guards weren't American, the inside ones were, but the outsiders were like foreign security guards. Yeah. So that was a bit unnerving, because they're getting to see that we're in civilian clothing, but we're British Marines and paratrooper, and we're armed. So we jump in this car, drive back towards our camp, and it's just getting dark, and I see this roundabout up ahead. There's a bit of a commotion going on. So Mark says, there's something going on up ahead, like. So yeah, might be an accident or something like that. So as we start getting closer, we can see all these guys in not in uniform, and anyone inside the Green Zone to carry a weapon, you have to be in uniform, will have like a big like security pass around your neck. Yeah. So we can see all these people stopping cars now. So Mark's like, fuck, it's a stop. Yeah. It's a hard stop. Do you mean it's like terrorists with weapons out stopping cars? So as we started to slow down, approach it, from the bushes, one of this guy walks out, black pyjamas, with an AK-47, stops us, points the rifle straight at our windscreen. So I'm like, fuck. A lot of people in life would probably go through life and not realise how they would react to, you watch a documentary or movie and you think, if that happened to me, do you mean a hostage one or a car crash with fatalities? I'd act this way, fight, flight or freeze. I mean, a lot of people would probably never experience that, but we had that moment where this guy put his weapon from 2 meters away at our windscreen, and we were like, fuck, they're here for us. So Mark, we had two different reactions with that fight, flight, freeze and sort of reaction to it. Mark straight away just wanted to go. He was like, fuck, I'm going to put my foot down, we need to get out of here. Was I sort of, I didn't freeze, but I was like, right, hang on a minute, let's not be too hasty. But I think the combination of two of them sort of balanced itself out. So we're like, right, what's our options here? So we had pistols sat underneath, we were sat on them, so he couldn't see them. So we sort of took them out and made them ready underneath the dash so the guy couldn't see them. He started shouting directions at us now. So just up to the right, as we were looking off the roundabout, there's the checkpoint to go out into the red zone. So out into Greater Baghdad. Once you're out there, that's it. It's the Wild West. So this guy's now pointing, telling us to drive out this fucking gate. So Mark's going, mate, he's telling us to go out. We ain't going out there. I'm like, yeah, agreed. So weighing up the options, right, what options have we got? We can either try and shoot him through the windscreen or try and put a foot down or try and reverse out of there. So I'm like, right, if we put a foot down here and we get it wrong, we're
100%, you're fucking dead. Like,
I'm a proud man, but 2 pistols through a windscreen against an
AK-47,
AK-47, there's only one winner. So I was like, right, don't put your foot down, Mark. Yeah, happy days. Right, so I was like, we could try and shoot him through the windscreen with pistols, but again, if we start missing, through the glass, he's got it.
Surely it's not like the films, is it? You shoot someone through glass, I suppose the fucking bullet's going to take
it can't affect, I mean, mostly it'll go
Plus,
straight.
at the same time,
through.
if he's got his gun here ready to go and you were down here,
exactly.
by the time you
Sees that
left, he can
movement.
already fire. If he's any good at what he does.
Yeah, and his perspective as well, looking through that glass, I mean, it's getting dark, it's dusty, your aim's not going to be the same as if you stood in front of him. So we're like, right, so he started, they'd sent the young guy, you could see he was younger than the other ones, he was sort of the sprog probably, sent in. So he starts getting a bit irate now because we're not doing what he wants us to do. So he comes up to our side window. So I'm thinking, right, we can do him through the window now and then pull off. The moment sort of went for a chance to do that. We're like, right. So I said to Mark, right, let's do what he's telling us until we can sort of come up with a plan to get out of it. So Mark's like, we're not going out of that checkpoint. I was like, no, we're not, mate. But to pull forward off the roundabout as if we're going to go out. And once we've sort of put it a bit of distance, we'll jump out of the car and then see what we can do. So as we approach the roundabout, there's 4 others there all stopping. They'd stopped the traffic now. So they were there for us, no doubt. Pulled off the roundabout and I was like, right, let's get out. So we jumped out of the car. Pistols were back down our trousers now so they couldn't see them. Sort of came my side of the car, so he was driving left-hand drive. So the car was between us and the gunman. So he starts to approach us now, and he's getting angry now. I mean, he's flapping a little bit as well because he's thinking this hasn't gone to plan. I was meant to point the weapon at them. They were meant to do what I told them. So he starts.
He knows we're British, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
He knows you're Westerners. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So he's screaming at us again. And so we're playing dumb, going, what? I don't know what you're saying, mate. I don't know what you're saying. So as he starts approaching, I'm like, Mark, right, we've got to fucking do something here because it's going to go wrong quickly. Guy's approaching us, still trying to get us to do what he wants, and we're not playing ball. They then realise, right, these two ain't playing ball. There's a Land Cruiser behind us with 2 what turned out to be American women in it. They pulled them over instead. So they pull these American women in, get them out of the car. So they're sort of looking at us, going, "What's going on?" So we sort of said,
"Why the fuck are they there? These American women?"
Because it's all contractors in this green zone. I mean, they're all American
of course.
contractors.
You were fine to be there. The American women were fine to be there. Yeah. Those guys were the people who shouldn't have fucking been there. Like.
And the thing that pissed me off is it was all in the watch of the Iraqi police guards. They were stood there watching it. So they'd obviously been paid off, corrupt, in on it. So as this is going on now, I'm like, Mark, right, we've got to drop them now. And it was like some sparse woods behind us. We've got to take our chances because there's no other way out. We're going to be in orange boiler suits on Al Jazeera in about 10 minutes flat. He's like, right, yeah, let's do it. So we were going to sort of take him out. Just at that moment, an American convoy pulls up to this roundabout. So all the Humvees and sort of armoured vehicles with .5 machine guns on the top. And the cheeky gets stop the Americans, these blokes. So the Yanks are on the loudspeaker going, "You're not authorised to stop us. We're coalition troops. Get out of the way." And I can hear them cocking these big machine guns. And I'm like, Mark, right, we're not shooting now because we're not in uniform. We're just a couple of guys with pistols. When we start shooting now, we're getting it from at .5. They held them up for a bit, and then eventually they just shit themselves, dropped everything, and ran out the gate into the red zone.
Fucking hell. Do you worry about getting fucking caught and tortured and shit?
Oh yeah.
What are you looking at? What do you think's going to happen? I think if I was in charge of torture in the British Army, I'd just make all the fucking Taliban step on plugs. Because that's the fucking... every time I step on a plug, mate, that's the fucking biggest fucking thing you can do in the house. It's a fucking nightmare. all this waterboarding ain't fucking shit for me. Make them step on loads of apple fucking plugs. Damn, what do you think's happening then?
We were out that gate, orange boiler seats on Al Jazeera. There was no two ways about it. And we must have been sold out by those guards on that gate. They must have been seeing our IDs.
Of course,
it was us. They were targeting us. There was no mistakes about it. They were there because that routine that we had, which we couldn't really avoid.
But the two of you had made the decision. If the young convoy doesn't turn up, we were going out firing.
that
was happening because there's no way we.
Is it safer going through the woods in the fucking car? Like, to me, I'd be like, stay in the fucking car. But who think we could have taken the one who was closest to us. We could have got in with the pistols quickly. Yeah.
The other ones were probably 100 metres away. By the time they sort of realised we could be legging it, and there's a chance, and there's more of a chance than sitting in the car.
But I don't think they're known for their sharpshooting, are they?
Exactly.
The Iraqi militias and that, like, you know, they if you see them on the fucking news, they run the AK-47s down here. You know, I'm no expert. I never held a gun in my life, but you know, this isn't the movies. You know what I mean? You've got to have a bit of fucking ability, haven't you, to shoot something, like,
time,
you know what I mean? So holding them down there, they could be spraying it. So you've got to give yourself a chance, haven't you, by taking one over and running. Like,
so if that Yank convoy hadn't come along, then
who knows?
God knows what would have happened, but
But there was a chance then, like, of the blue on blue then, isn't it? You know what I mean?
If we started firing, they would have had those Yanks would have had no qualms in taking us out. All they would have seen was a couple of guys not in uniform.
Of course,
Was that like a fucking as big a concern as anything? Because, you know, well, not just with the Americans, but within any coalition forces, you know, was that something you saw, or was that
throughout the tour?
Yeah,
big time. So 3 close calls we had on that one, which was one, the British government investigating us. Second one was the one I just said about Al Qaeda, and the third one was when the Yanks opened fire on us. So we were out on a job. We'd gone in the Humvees, nighttime job, and that's the funny thing about this. We're in Humvees. If you're in Land Rovers, I could sort of understand it because they might not be familiar with them, but we're in their own vehicles. So we come off the job, nighttime, driving away, and then all I heard was this massive boom, and then a whoosh. Luckily, above our vehicles. So that fuck shit. Not only did they shoot at their own friendly forces, but they missed us. So they'd fired an anti-tank weapon at us. They'd seen us and fired an anti-tank weapon at us.
What did they do after that then? Sorry, mate.
So then they went to guns and started firing machine guns.
What?
So I'm sat there in this Humvee, looking to my left, seeing, like, you know, tracer fire. So it's the red stuff you see in the news, the bullets. So I'm watching this tracer fire fly in towards us, thinking, I knew it was the Americans. I knew that it wasn't some terrorist ragtag. It was a professional force firing at us. So this surreal feeling of sat there going, somebody's shooting at me, but I know it's our own blokes. What are we going to do?
You can't really shoot back, like.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, well, somebody's shooting at me, but I'm meant to be firing back, but I don't know whether we should.
Yeah.
In the end, we did. Because they weren't going to stop, and the only way to stop someone shooting at you was to shoot back at them.
Yeah.
So all our lads on the top cover turned around and started shooting back at them. Quickly
that could have ended in tears. That could have, couldn't it?
Yeah. On that same night, they killed a US Green. That same group of soldiers killed an American Green Beret. Same night for the same thing.
How does that? Can you explain how the fuck that happens? How the fuck is that possible?
Well, when we got back to camp, we were like, right, we want to know what happened. So a couple of lads went to HQ, got sort of the download. Because when we were fighting each other, they then came down, right, they've realised, they've got in contact with somebody and said, right, we realise it's not the enemy, and stopped shooting. So when we got back, right, what happened? So in their contact report, which is the report of opening fire, they said, we saw the enemy moving from east to west. Right, bear in mind, we're in Humvees with like night vision flares and everything. And then we opened fire with an anti-tank rocket and heavy machine guns. And in their contact report, it was quite funny as well, knowing that nobody died. They said, we then started receiving extremely accurate machine gun fire to our vehicles, at which point we realised it wasn't the enemy.
But is that just
the only reason that they stopped was because they knew it was a professional force firing back at them.
Is that just gross incompetence, or just people afraid? Fucking combination of fucking all that.
Combination, because again we found out from that report was the Yankee unit were brand new in theatre, they were fresh, So they'd only just come in, so they were new, they were twitchy. There'd been a big sort of firefight going on further north when they were on that thing, so they were twitchy. It's no excuse for it. Like I said, they got better night vision than us.
Yeah.
We were in their vehicles, and we wear like strobes, like infrared strobes on our helmets. So they'd have seen them flashing, like the
And they know we're not enemy.
Taliban. The Al Qaeda ain't got infrared strobes on their heads. Do you know what I mean?
The only people who had infrared strobes is you lot and fucking Skip. You know what I mean? So you can't fucking hardly get that mixed up, can you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
But that's what you get with the Yanks. I mean, some of them are brilliant. I mean, obviously they've got the elite forces. Because they're so big, their forces. Any military unit in the world's got its good blokes and its shit blokes. Okay, if you're the SAS, Delta Force, you'll have your good ones and you'll have your substandard ones. But if you've got a force that big, you're going to have a lot of substandard ones. You know what I mean? Because they're just diluted and not filtered enough.
Yeah, I watched I thought of this. I watched a documentary probably 6 weeks ago. And it's quite an old one, you may have seen it, called Restrepo. Have you seen it?
No.
It was on Netflix. I don't think it's on Netflix now. The follow-up to it is called Operation Korangol or something. That's in Afghan, is it? Korangol. Anyway, this American force, they went to, I couldn't name the valley now, but it was in Afghan. But it was like lush green. It didn't seem like the things I'd seen when I'd seen stuff on Afghan, because you think it's just deserts and fucking, like you say, the compounds with the mud walls and everything. I think this was further north or something, if I remember. And they went in and they were building a base there, you know. And it was quite a far away from where their main setup was. And what they didn't realise till they went in there was it was fucking hostile all around there. And while they were building the base, they still had orders to build the base. They were under constant attack, basically, like every night, you know what I mean? And they still building the base. And they had a doc. The medic was called Doc Restrepo, and he was a bit of a character, and he was the first one of them that died. So they named the base after him. So they were in there. They would probably do 6 months tour a day. They built the base. You know what I mean?
Usually do longer, usually do
months. They were there, and they had one of them, or maybe a few of them, had their own handheld cameras and phone cameras and that, and they were filming each other. So they put it all together and made a documentary of it. And then afterwards, then the survivors, because a number of them died, they interviewed them. You know what I mean? So they're talking you through the footage that they've had and everything. Fuck, it's a great documentary, but it's bananas, like, you know what I mean? Because it's just, it is like something from a video game. You know what I mean? They are there constantly, day in, day out, snipers, 50 cals, just firing across. And there's a couple of occasions where you don't really see it on the videos because it's like handheld stuff, but they know that they're coming up the valley towards them, you know? And they're like, you know, you can hear them screaming in panic when they're right on top of us, they're right on top of us, they managed to hold them off again, like, you know? And they were out on their own, like away, they were getting drops in and things like that, but they didn't have no back.
Well, that's what like Al Blackman was, that's why, I mean, why he's now been sort of less in demand and released was because they'd left him in this outpost for sort of 5 months. He was the sergeant, so he not only was he sort of having to take the lads out and stay strong, when they were coming back in after, I mean, tragedies and lads got blown up, the lads were sort of allowed to break down, and he couldn't. He had to be the strong one, he had to sort of shoulder it all. 5 months of not only going through all that, torture, but then not being able to show it or have a moment where you can break down. He snapped. It's funny you mentioned the green areas there, because in the green zone Baghdad was sort of a safe area, but in Afghan, the green zone is usually the hot areas. Right. So what you have is, it's all desert, as you know, like you said, but where you have the big rivers and sort of irrigation, all the greenery will grow around there, and then that's where they're growing all their opium and all the drugs and everything. Right. So then they're more likely to defend the green areas.
Well, you know, that's their finance, isn't it? That's how they finance, their war is through the fucking sale of drugs.
But how can they get them out then if it must be a fucking lawless place? You know.
It's weird.
Do we make them countries worse or better?
It's weird on Afghan because a lot of people class Afghan and Iraq together. You see people, you see politicians, people like on Question Time, whatever, and they say, "Oh, we made mistakes in Afghan and Iraq." You can't. They're totally different situations, totally different countries. Iraq was doing a dodgy war on some bad intel, and basically because the Yanks wanted to get rid of Saddam.
Yeah, of course.
Afghan, they went in to get rid of Al Qaeda because And a lot of people don't realise that the Taliban and Al-Qaeda are two different...
Yeah,
completely
they
different
don't get on, do
forces.
they?
No.
The Taliban don't give a toss about blowing up tube stations in London or New York.
Course,
They're not international terrorists.
Right.
They were just in charge of Afghan, running the government. The Taliban are a Pakistani political group. So
Right.
they're not even Afghans. So when you're fighting the Taliban, and even though they have Afghan members, it's a Pakistani political group who took over Afghan after the Russians left. So I think initially when we went in, I think we made Afghan better in a lot of ways, because the Taliban were running it. The women couldn't get educated; they had to walk 5 steps behind the men. It was Sharia law and all the rest of it. But then they were allowing Al Qaeda to train there. So we went in to sort of kick the Taliban out because they were allowing terrorists to train there and get rid of Al Qaeda, which it did. I mean, it happened straight away. As soon as Al Qaeda saw the Yanks landed in helicopters, they were like, "Yeah, we've had it doing it. It's no longer safe here anymore." The Taliban weren't going to go because, like I said,
the Russians hadn't fucked them off, had they?
Yeah,
and there was no rules of engagement.
Where's the caves of Bora Bora then? Is that... Who was Bora
Bora
Bora?
was an Ibiza pad.
Fucking hell. He was trying to find Bin Laden. He was hiding with Martin Helvig. And the fucking...
doing Mandy Gongs.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant.
Fuck me.
But yeah, it says the Taliban are there for the money. They don't care about... People say, oh, we're attacking the Afghans. We're not. We're fighting the Taliban, who, like I said, Pakistani political group. They're not there for a jihad or religious war. They couldn't give a toss.
They just love the coin from the fucking opium.
Yeah, 80%, I think when we went there, I think it's dropped a little bit, but 80% of the world's opium for heroin, you know how popular that is, it's got on Griffith John Street, came from Afghan. 80%. So that's not like small pennies.
Yeah.
And then when we were out there, we every now and again, we couldn't do it because it was a logistical nightmare. We fly down to the border of Pakistan and they've got marble mines. So they're mining illegal marble and shipping it off around the world.
Right.
How much do you reckon they were making a day from those mines?
Crack on, go on.
200 grand.
Fucking hell.
A day. And it weren't just one of them, they were spread out. And to show how much money they were and how capable they were with it, we'd go down and we'd do one probably in every 4 months.
Yeah.
Took out all their equipment. So explosives on all their cranes, their diggers, right, generators, the huts, everything they had got blown sky high, right, like a James Bond film. 2 days later, it was all back.
Never. Yeah. But who can't see, this is the thing, see, who got visions of the Taliban wearing in brown outfits with the hats on, total fucking desert,
religious nuts.
He's like, that's big scale fucking drug operation, that isn't it? You know what I mean? Pakistan don't get questioned as much as they seem to. No. You know, Pakistan just seems to get plod along with
like. Oh, no, there's a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, because you know that's where. Well, I don't know if everyone know, but that's where Bin Laden was found in his compound in Pakistan. They harbour loads of fucking terrorists. Yet they just seem to carry on with impunity, don't they?
Yeah. And you'd have, like I said, how do they get out of there? So we on some of the jobs, you go looking for the cars, the drug runners. So you find like this Toyota Corolla screaming across the desert, with his axle rubbing on the deck because it's packed. So the back seat's ripped out and it's packed full of like pure serum, opium, ready to go to Iran and Pakistan to go off to get shipped off.
Yeah.
I mean, we taking hauls like in the back of a Toyota Corolla. It's like 10 million street value in the back of a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And it's outstripping our 4x4 like desert vehicles. But I felt quite not guilty, but a bit mixed emotions sometimes, because the guys we'd catch doing these drug runs, they weren't the gunmen and the organisers. These were some peasant farmers. Who
probably not earning much money doing that.
They're struggling with their farming, so they got to earn a bit of money, haven't they?
Yeah,
so these guys we're now sending, because they go to jail in the Afghan jail, are like family men. Do you mean who? Just trying to, and
just doing a
the way you look at it as well is that this bloke from the deserts of Helmand, he doesn't see the drug epidemic in New York and Paris and London. All he sees is a little flower, a poppy, which is the same as our farmers see a carrot, a swede, as something to harvest to get money.
Yeah.
Do you mean he's not going, I'm gonna get loads of fucking opium so I can kill everyone, all the druggies in London and create crime. So it's quite hard when you're looking at these guys going...
That's the other side of the fucking world, isn't it?
Yeah. He's working for the Taliban, but he's not a terrorist.
And it's the other side of the whole drug trade.
Yeah.
You know, that's all they've got. So if we had to survive and we had to feed our kids, and the only thing we had was farming poppy and the serum for heroin, you'd fucking do it. Because otherwise we're going to starve to death in the fucking desert. You know what I mean?
And it's a big, long fucking journey to go from that little flower to fucking me stepping over them two people in Griffith John Street. No, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck does it go from that to that?
Oh yeah, it's a big operation. You
know what I mean? You can't be no dull fucking farmers, or, you know, it's a big fucking multinational organisation.
That's why they're not going to give up. That's why they won't give up Helmand and the southern provinces. Because if you're making, you got $10 million street value in the back of one Toyota Corolla.
Fuck.
Yeah,
you ain't going to give up that patch of land easy.
No, not.
And that's what that war is over.
And that still going on to this day?
Yeah. So when we were there, like drawn down, we were training the Afghans to look after themselves, but they're fucking useless.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely useless.
But do we
corrupt. That country's just corrupt.
Yeah.
If you've got the money and the power, somebody from the village, if we get him working for us and we're paying him $10 a day, Taliban come along and said, I'll give you $20 a day, he's gone. You've got no loyalties, mate. That's the way it works.
That's how the
fucking
cartels in Mexico, the cartels in Colombia, that's how they got so much controls, because they got all the money. Same thing, the people they're not peasant farmers, I don't suppose. Well, they would be the farmers of the, cocoa leaves and this and that, and then the street guys, they got nothing else, so they go and deal for the cartels. It's all,
have you seen
it doesn't, and that's two opposite sides of the world.
Have you seen Operation Odessa?
I got it on my list, I haven't watched it yet.
He's been raving about it.
Fucking one of the best I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I won't tell you too much, we'll talk about it when you see it. Like,
I'm going to watch it this week.
Basically about Russian gangster called fucking Tarzan, who
of course
turns up in
the
Miami.
Traditional Russian name.
Yeah, turns up in Miami. Gets to know this guy. He's basically a fucking car dealer, but he looks like type of guy who anything like. They go to fucking Russia. They nearly buy a submarine because they're in Russia and they got all this fucking money, and they say to the Russians like when Gorbachev finished and fucking Boris Yeltsin, as they come in, the money just went out to Russia, so everyone's fucking starving and fucking and like a £2 million helicopter is on the market in Russia, can be bought for cash for 200 grand. So Tarzan and his muck are out there saying, we'll have fucking 10 of them. And he wants to sell them to fucking Escobar and people like that.
Yeah.
Fucking mad story, but fucking brilliant.
I nearly watched it this week. What did I watch instead? I don't know, but yeah, that's on my to-do list, Operation Odessa. I watch it.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. I highly recommend it.
I'll definitely get into that. Can I ask you something though, right?
Yeah,
this Marine I know, right? He's in 45 Commando. He's out now.
Yeah.
And he told me that it was quite commonplace when they were on patrol to see the farmers fucking their animals. Is that true?
Probably. I never saw it. And I was seen the video of it. There's a video on it of, I don't know if it's an Afghan, whatever, but more likely to see bumming the boys.
He told me that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time, massive in there.
Proper nonsense out there.
Oh yeah, big time. So it was a running joke with us, Man Love Thursday in Afghan, but
they didn't have any hooters in fucking Swansea in Illinois, did they? Fuck it up.
He generally were the ones, because most of my tours out there wasn't just me and 30 Marines going out and kicking doors in.
Yeah.
It was me training 30 Afghans and then taking them out on the ground. So quite precarious at times. I mean, thinking,
of course.
I'm surrounded by 30 blokes.
So trustees, like.
Yeah, who might just turn around and do me.
Fuck that.
Especially if it's Man Love Thursday, we'll be turning around and doing me.
Lucky that black guy from Illinois won it.
Man Love Thursday. With people who trust in it, and going in the theatre.
But what I would see them is they'd usually have like a young lad paired up with them, and you'd see him holding hands on patrol. No word of a lie. Like an older member, they would sort of adopt the younger one as his sort of bitch.
Yeah.
Um,
And sort of the culture is that women are for breeding and boys are for fun.
That's pretty much exactly what David Marine, that's the words he said to me.
And when we first got there for one of these tours, it was odd. It was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever been in. So they invited us around, the Afghan commander, invited us around to their side for a meal and a get to know each other. So we all sat there, and they'd all sat at their top table, all these like blinged up Afghan commanders, all looking like, like the old Saddam Hussein type one.
Big
tashes and I mean sweaty and fat. And this music comes on like ding 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 like jingly, like a bit like the Indian movies and all that, innit? And like they have these young boys like belly dancing.
Oh no.
No shit. The boys about probably 13, 14 and like belly dancing, and then it's getting more like sort of
sexual,
raucous and that, and
like
they're pushing him into each other, and I'm like,
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, when they open up the fucking tray and there's a fucking sheep's fucking eye in it. This will never happen in our kingdom again. Fucking hell.
Weird culture, but it was just accepted. And a lot of so we'd have an interpreter. I did a Dari course, like a 10-week course, to learn a bit of their language. But I need an interpreter to speak properly with them. And a lot of them are from up north in a lot more civilised Kabul areas.
I thought you meant Newcastle and Sunderland then.
They probably are now. They probably come up through the jungle and that. And they used to say to me, yeah, they're all gay arrested. That's the culture down here, down south. That's what they do. They take a young boy, and because it happens to them when they're a young boy,
so then it's just
they see it as their right to do it when they're older. And see him. I got pictures of one because a lot of people don't believe me. One of them, when we're on patrol, we're on patrol now in like Elman province.
Yeah.
He used to strike a match, put it out, and then lick like the black bit of the match and put mascara on his eyes. Honestly, on patrol. No. Just to make himself look more attractive.
Like you can't kick off because out there that is fucking normal.
Yeah.
You know what's
you were leading a gang of nonces into the fucking theatre of war, like.
Fucking hell, like.
Oh my word.
Fuck me.
We're not going to Afghan on any stag do's, isn't it?
No, fucking we struggle to get out the bed all my life. Fucking hell.
That's what I struggle with as well is we had a female interpreter who divorced her husband, which was obviously taboo. She was sort of on a rough time because then the bloke's got everything, she got no rights whatsoever. So the bloke had the kids, but she was worried because they were trying to get her back to the UK. I was trying to help them as well, and she wanted to get her daughter. Because when the daughter's at 13, 14, the fathers just see him as money. So they hit 13, 14 and they sell them off into marriage. Oh. And I'm like, that is a honking thought in it. The father just going, I can't wait for it at 13 to sell it to some sweaty old bloke.
At the same time then, are they like abusing the fucking boys as well? Like?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a fucked up place, mate, isn't it? You know. It's a fucking big old world we live in.
Yeah, it's a fucking
what happens here is... I do ever think how lucky you are just to be born where you are.
My band says it all the time. My band's Irish. He came over from Ireland when he was 15. He's 91 now. And at that time, the Irish were treated like black people were treated. They would have signs on a bar. No blacks or Irish.
Right.
That's the way they were treated. So he got 1,000 stories, right, of bad times he had. And he says to me all the time, he says, you do not know how lucky you are to live where you are in the time that you live. Because trust me, there's people in other places in the world, and I know myself from living through it, that they've had real tough times.
Yeah, of course, Who could be the scruffiest person in the scruffiest council house, in the scruffiest council estate, and you've still got a fucking 60-inch plasma on the fucking wall. Life ain't that fucking bad, is it? No. You know what I mean? Life ain't that bad. There's more trampolines and swimming pools up Emlyn Road than the British Gymnastics fucking centre, isn't it? You know what I mean? Life ain't that fucking bad, like, you know what I mean?
It's crazy, like, like my missus lives in a bubble, like, you know what I mean? She doesn't see pretty much outside of fucking Swansea, that would be it, like. But in a way, she's happy that way because she doesn't have to know the stuff I know. Like, I'm always trying to find out stuff. And then the more you find out, the more horrifying everything is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know, like, I've seen stuff on Africa and Middle East and, you know, fucking all across the world, Russia, you name it. And I go, it's all horrible, isn't it? But once you get into it, you can't not be interested by it all. Like, do you know what I mean? I find that stuff just fucking fascinating. You go, what drives these people to do these things, like, you know?
Money.
Well, not always, though. I can't. That's some of the stuff I've seen. When Ross Kemp went to Africa and they were burning witches, that definitely had fuck all to do with money. That was because them cunts was crazy. You know what I mean? All the money in the world couldn't stop them burning witches, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it hit me hard out. There was we're in one of the villages and sort of quiet. So sat down with my interpreter chatting away. So I said, oh, tell me a little bit about this village. Now Rose, his name was. And he's like, oh, I don't like this village, Westy. He's Whiskey, they call me out there. Couldn't say Westy, so I was Whiskey. He said, the government with British and American help offered to build a school here. And all the elders said, you build a school, we'll burn it down and we'll burn the teacher. Because they don't want their children to be educated, because they'll then move away.
Right.
So they want them to stay there in this little shitty
And that's all
patch
they
of the
know.
desert, so they can take on the farming off them, and then they can grow old while their kids run the farm and all the rest of it. So they're depriving these kids, their own kids, of an education for their own selfish needs.
Yeah.
And we sort of chatting with one of them, and I said to him, "Oh, can you ask him if he knows I'm a British troop, not an American?" Because we all know everyone hates the Americans.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So he was like, Westy said he wouldn't know the difference. I said, what do you mean? He said he doesn't know there's an America or there's a UK. He doesn't know.
He just knows that patch of land.
He just knows who a white man and he's a black man.
He's like,
Really,
he's never seen the ocean. He probably can't even imagine what the ocean looks like. He hasn't got TV or magazines or whatever. And I was like, wow. I mean, it's like 2011. There's people on this earth that don't even know there's an Olympic Games.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know the event 9/11 that happened to make me be in his country.
Yeah, spot
happened.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's unbelievable. Like
That's like Donna with Portanet.
Yeah.
You can't take Donna with Portanet. She don't know what's happening outside Portanet. Donna only knows there's a Chinese guy, right, who's been working on his house for 8 years, right? He wears an orange boiler suit, right? Funny enough. He looks like a cross between Ken Bigley and Jackie Chan, no in Cannonball Run, no, 'cause he's Chinese in a boiler suit, right? He's like, no, he must have bought this house and just done the work himself.
Yeah.
Mate, he's been on it 7 years, like he stands out the front looking at his fucking, this house is taking forever, like that's what Donna gives a fuck about. The Chinese man in Portanet.
Yeah.
Best thing, like I've told you all the time in Portanet, there's 2 pubs, there's a post office, McDonald's, if you want to go, that'll be the equivalent of us going into the red zone. We go to McDonald's to get a Starbucks. And right on the edge of Portanet, right on the corner, is a funeral director. So you literally haven't got to even leave the day. Portanet is fucking the Elban province. It is.
Portender, isn't it?
Yeah. Fucking unbelievable. How did you, fuck, we could talk about the army all night. We got to talk about it fucking book, because people, how the fuck, explain how they went from fucking killing people in Baghdad to doing what started as Trampface 1.
Well, this is what I got written down here, right, while Westy's getting his glass, right? Because when I started reading his book, I read the first 2 paragraphs, right? And that's why I kept the book here. And I was like, this literally is something I've done, right? Because I'll read it to you word for word, right? And Pat, this is something you've done as well, 100%.
Go on.
Have you ever boldly suggested something while feeling a bit happy and enthusiastic? Exclaimed your commitment to a challenge full of confidence and self-belief, maybe in the pub or around friends?
Yeah,
100%.
fuck yeah.
Have you soon after suddenly realised that you were probably getting a little bit carried away? I'm sure most of you have, usually having faith that nobody will pay attention or remember. After all, once you've said it, words disappear, right? But then
That's
obviously,
spot on, yeah.
you know what I mean? We've all fucking done it, anyway. We've all gone, fuck it, I'll fucking do that.
Yeah.
But when people
But
start...
yours was doing a marathon, mine was jumping in the River Liffey.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We've all done it. And Westy's was, let's go fucking... Well, it wasn't, was it, originally? It was 3 options, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 options, So, and it's always funny, you know, because I've done a few like radio interviews and I had us on a wave for won a wedding and a few.
Are we bigger than ours?
Yeah. And they always like, they prep you before, don't they? So like, so how did you end up doing this, innit? And like, they're obviously looking for the hook and the feel good, rest of it. And I'm like see the disappointment on their faces when I don't say, oh, because I'm like Mother Teresa and all I want to do is help charity. I mean, don't get me wrong, the charity thing is brilliant, but that's not how we started. I'm like, to be honest with you, I was a bit bored. I knew Christmas leave was coming up. I couldn't go abroad to travel, so I just wanted to do something a bit fucking mental rather than sitting in the house and getting on the piss for 2 weeks. So that was it. And they're like, can you not say that on the radio? just say that you're really driven by charity and causes.
You could see what Kev Johns was doing, dresses like a wanky, and he wanted to do it like...
Yeah, I'm like, I'll say that. I mean, I wouldn't hide it from anyone else. It started for a laugh. I just wanted to do something...
Yeah, that's
like I said, with my lone wolf travels.
That's much more honest than fucking all this, like the the stuff
Over the
that comes
top,
out of
yeah.
everyone else's I had to
Seen
do
on
it.
TV,
My fucking
it's-
uncle fucking.
Don't get me wrong, the chatting, like I said, it's a massive part of it, especially once
Oh
you
yeah,
put it in.
you can tell that by reading through it that you became more and more into it, didn't you? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously by the end you've got like connections with characters that you've met
And the
along
lifestyle,
the way,
yeah.
and the lifestyle of it. What was mad with me with reading it when you're naming those, because I've been taxi driving for 14 and a half years and I'm not living on the streets, but I'm in the streets every day, like, right? And literally I knew the people you were talking about. Like I knew them. I was like, Paul Mandan, I was like, fuck, I used to be in school with him. He's like 3 years younger than me. Right? And like, you know, Tina, the girl he took to the thing, you know, she was the mother of the girl Amy that's on Swansea Love Story.
That's right, yeah.
Right. So I know all those people, like, they've been in my taxi doing how many fucking
Well, yeah, what
times,
you've got to
you know what I mean?
understand is, like, in the day, right, I don't think I've ever had a taxi in the daytime, right? The only people who have taxis in the daytime is old age pensioners and junkies.
Yeah.
I don't understand how junkies can afford taxis in the day. Same as Import Tenant. I'm jealous of one of the junkies because he can ride a bike with no hands on the phone. I can't ride a bike fucking full stop.
Straight into a bush.
Honestly, straight into a bush. I used to have a BMX as a kid, and then I lost my balance. Then when I had an operation on my ears, I can't ride a bike. This fucker will ride a bike on his phone, eating a burger, cycling. He should be on Britain's Got Talent, but they're gonna fucking pat him down at the Decker, and he's gonna be riddled with fucking junk, isn't he? He's gonna be covered in fucking heroin. So they ain't gonna have him on Britain's Got Talent. He ain't gonna have no gold buzzer. But Import Tenant, he's fucking brilliant riding on his bike with no hands. Like, I think he's fucking great.
Yeah, they had an absolutely massive part of the taxi trade in Swansea. You know, because you know, I don't think I won't be dropping anything. I don't even know people's names, but like when they're trying to score, like they will obviously try and score as close to where they can be, because then they don't have to get taxis. But if you're fucking clucking, right,
and they need it,
and they need it, right, and they will travel across. Do you know, I did, honest to God, I did a £68 rug run around once. Right? On the Sunday before Christmas, probably 6 or 7 days before Christmas, about 8-9 years ago. Just because that's what they needed. So they spent, how many fixes was spent there? This girl was a working girl. So it's just this girl, what do you find with a lot of because I'm dealing with people all the time, is they're quite open and blasé about it, like, you know what I mean? There's no like, and especially if they know you, because now I've been doing it so long, they recognise me. So like, you know how they became more comfortable with you in the book, you know what I mean? And they treating you like one of theirs. They come up to me and you'll see them eyeing the car and then they go, it's Ryan. So it's no, Ryan's alright, like, do you know what I mean? He's not one of the ones that's not going to take us to this and that, like, do you know what I mean? Look, I don't get involved in any of that business, but it's massive money into the taxi trade. You know what I mean?
Who else has a taxi in the day? Old age pensioners.
Everybody's in work. Of
course they are. I don't know anyone who has taxis.
And they don't shit on the boys, see? They can't shit on the boys.
Because they won't have no one to run it.
Because they don't know when to fucking take them. So they can't shit on the boys, see? So it's a vital, so they'll go like this. They don't want to pay a taxi. They go, right, I got to go from town to Penlan and back. That's going to cost me best part 20 quid. Maybe if I have a word with the driver for one, they'll do it for 15. That's in their thought process. They got 60 quid in their pocket. They're trying to work out then how much fucking white they can buy, how much fucking brown they can buy. Trying to work it all out. And they go, we got to take this in and this. You know, that's part of the game. It's part of the whole fucking game. You know what I mean? So it's like you say, when reading that book, I know that world. I know the world, like, because I've been working in it for years. So all of it made fucking sense to me. Like, I enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed it. I wouldn't fucking bullshit you. I might bullshit you if I kill a few people.
The first one was Swansea, was it?
So the first one, first Trampface was Swansea. So as I said, it started a bit of a joke. I put it online because I couldn't, my lone wolf trips, which we talked about earlier, I couldn't, so work had put any sort of long haul travel plans a halt on them. So I was like, right, what am I going to do? 2 weeks of Christmas. I mean, live on my own. I got nowhere to go. No, I'm just going to end up on the piss for 2 weeks.
Which is what he would have done, wasn't it?
Which is what he did.
Pretty much. But I was like, I think it's a combination of years of having that fix as well, of being busy, having a little bit of danger, of excitement, adventure, going away with the job and everything. And I think after the first one, I definitely became something where I became fixed on it. Every year we look forward to doing Trampface, and yeah, it's hard work doing it, but we got something out of it. More than the charity thing was brilliant. I mean, it's 20 grand in 4 years. But I wouldn't like to say to somebody that's the only reason to do it. I get a lot out of it as well for my own well-being, my own sort of my own state and enjoyment.
Because I know that you get in a harem scarum situation. I don't want to spoil anyone reading the book, but apart from that situation talked about in the book, you must have been in some situations because you've done it 4 times now, is it?
Yeah.
You know, because living on the street's no fucking joke, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you must have had times where it came on top, like there, like, you know.
Yeah, it's not too bad because like Paul, the lad that does with me, you met him, haven't you?
Yeah.
He's 6'4". Do you mean so he don't look like your normal smackhead sat him on the street corner? So I don't think we got as much like sort of bullying on the street as you would do if he was a lot smaller. Or I'm not a big bloke or anything, but again I probably look a lot more healthier.
Yeah, of course.
Look after myself than the average smackhead. But yeah, a few couple run-ins with the law. Biggest thing I struggled with though was the guilt of lying, because we were undercover. I mean, we had a cover story. We were ex-forces guys on the streets, and that was our cover story. Because, like we said, we wanted the real story. We didn't want people. I mean, if your boss comes and sits with you in a common room, you don't talk to him the same as your mate from the shop floor.
Spot on.
That's why we wanted to go in that profile of being one of them. Because if a reporter comes down and goes somewhere while you're on the streets, sob story, and half of it's probably true, but half of it is just what they want you to hear. I've been on the streets for 15 years. In 15 years, nobody's offered you any help. They're like bollocks.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get in with them and learn it. But then when we were begging, we had to keep up this guise because we wanted to see how people, shoppers and passers-by, people on the piss would treat 2 guys sat on the floor just with a sign, begging, who didn't know who we were, just thought we were a couple of homeless guys. So when people stopped to talk to us, what's your story, lads? And I'm telling them this backstory of being in the force and getting kicked out, and he's showing real sympathy. How can I help you? I felt pretty bad. You know what I mean?
Right, of course.
I think if it weren't for Paul being quite rigid, I'd have folded a couple of times and gone, I can't lie anymore. Do you mean I'm actually homeless? So that was the biggest thing I struggled with on the Swansea one.
If people are giving you money and coffee, it's like that you feel like a fucking fraud, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
I did,
But on the plus side of that, to see the positive in it, you see in the good nature in people.
Oh,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we saw mostly positive acts.
Alright, they give up a cup of coffee or a sandwich or something today, but it means more than that 98% of the people, or maybe not that amount, but we're happy to help in a way, like, you know what I mean? It's nice that
my old man would always go every Christmas to town and give £20 out to the first couple of tramps he seen. And then we'll put him off him once. We went to Barcelona. There's fucking tramps everywhere, right? Tramps everywhere. And you give money to...
That was probably me hitchhiking back to the
Well, this is similar to the fucking thing. You give money to this girl.
In a Welsh accent, the cheeky bastard.
You give money to this girl, and then literally 30 seconds later, a Mercedes pulled up with a big guy, grabbed her, put her in the back of the car, and then fucked off. My mum went, fuck me. I'm a mug.
It could be it's a business.
What, in Barcelona and fucking Los Ramblas?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think of the money that's flying through there every day.
As it says in the book, it's not spoiling it for anyone because most people read the updates, but the money we made from begging was fucking phenomenal.
No way.
I couldn't believe the first day we would, like a couple of kids, giggling. Every time someone dropped some money, we just look at each other going, I can't believe how much. I thought we were going to get nothing. The odd pasty from the market and some water, but it came rolling in. I think the first day we had like 40, 45 quid cash.
Yeah.
And that was from, every day we spent no more than 2 hours begging. Right. Some days a lot less, an hour. We get bored or we had enough money and then we'd thin out. So in 2 hours we were averaging 40, 45, 50 quid a day.
Yeah.
Right. So if you think you put a full shift in all day, and then on one of the afternoons, it was a Saturday, so it was quite busy in town, it took 100 quid cash. And that's, again, not from, we weren't even approaching people. You see a lot of them, they got, give me some change. We just sat there with a sign and they would come into us and give it to us. And on top of that, food and water. So then we didn't even have to spend that 100 quid on feeding ourselves. That's going on the drugs or the booze if you're in that position. So you can see why people a career
Vegas.
homeless
Yeah.
in Vegas. Yeah.
Fuck. Does the book cover
It was like
all
being a
four?
teenager again, because it was like literally it was night times hard because couldn't relax, couldn't switch off. Even
Yeah.
though I've slept outdoors hundreds of times in my life.
Of course,
It was a
yeah.
different ball game. I mean, is somebody going to approach us? Has somebody seen us sleeping here? They're going to do us over or whatever. So that was hard. The sleep dep and being cold. But the actual daytimes was like brilliant. It was like being a teenager. We wake up. What should we do today? I'll have a walk around, have a chat with the boys, shall we?
Yeah.
Maybe get a flag on a cider this afternoon. Do a bit of begging. So the actual life was a carefree life.
Yeah.
Like Paul said he got kids and a wife, and he was like, it was one of the most stress-free weeks I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
No, the little stuff he usually picks at you every day. It's not really important, but
It's a big part of your daily routine.
Yeah. The phone's going. It's Virgin Media. And, fuck, it's getting me down. There was none of that.
Yeah.
So I can see why people get addicted to that lifestyle. It's got no
Does the book cover all four of them, or just the Swansea
so that's
one?
just the Swansea one, yeah.
Can we talk about the others?
Yeah, of course.
The one that fucking fascinated. It's two stories I'll remember. One, the one that fascinated me was the Carly one.
Yeah.
Obviously, the story I like is I'd always keep up to date on where he fucking was, and I'll never forget he went from like Swansea to within 2 days. He's sleeping in the roof of the Leeds Town Hall, right? No, I don't. How the fuck do you get from Fabian? 1 minute he's telling me, we can't get a lift on Fabian Way, it's a fucking nightmare. Next thing he's fucking in Lee Chapman's attic with Mel Sterling. I'm thinking, how the fuck did that happen? Like, but the Carly one, like obviously that'd be book 3, and hopefully if it goes with book 2.
Yeah.
Can you remember when the Carly jungle was a fucking?
Yeah.
It was a thing, and it was kicking off.
You didn't go in the jungle, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking maniac.
Tell them how the fuck.
Yeah, so
just fucking bad.
So we've done the first.
Fucking
one. Yeah. We've done the first one, and we're thinking that was a massive success. $5,000 for the charity. We both, really enjoyed it. In a weird way.
I slept in a girl called Natalie's car in Coombe Park once. It was the fucking coldest I've been. Why do you go into the Cali fucking jungle? And I'm just tickling me fucking just thinking about it.
Yeah. So we're like, right, let's do it again next year. So I went to Afghan. So we did that one early 2014, Swansea, and then I went to Afghan then for 6 months. So it was the last Afghan before they closed the Camp Bastion. So staying in touch with Paul, Tramp 2. Let's do another one next year. So I got back, did my South America 8-week backpack tour when I got back. So then we had to do it on my Easter leave. So we're like, right, what we can do? We can't do the same thing again because 1, people aren't going to donate to that because they're like, we've already done it. 2, it won't be as exciting. So we have a meeting in the pub and he comes in and he's like, do you remember that camp in Sangat in Calais, the refugee one? Yeah. Let's fucking have it. So that was it then. So we were like, I was like, well, we're going to go visit. Yeah, let's go and live in the fucking refugee camp for 7 nights.
That is fucking ridiculous. That is not happening.
No,
You're not going in there like Lily Allen crying like you know what I mean? You're going in there and sleeping like you have a
So I'm like, that's brilliant. It's mental, but brilliant. And I think the moment it clinched it for us
was definitely more mental than brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you remember Pan Shaw from Dirty Sanchez?
Of course,
Right.
yeah.
Paul's mates with him, football Talbot. So I had a couple of pints in one night, he just looked at us and went, you two are off you fucking heads.
Pancho!
If Pancho Dirty Sanchez
He had
is
a
saying
Carl
that.
Blackley type was Willie at the time, didn't he? Fucking hell.
Yeah, so I dropped the plans. Basically, in short, it was we're going to pay to get across on the ferry, on the foot ferry from Dover.
Sorry, man.
And we're going homeless, completely homeless, undercover in the jungle for 7 months.
Fucking hell. If you remember, it was the most lawless place.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I've seen stuff on here.
Absolutely ruined the city of Cali, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
City of Cali used to be a lovely little posh little
Like, can
town.
imagine it being a port.
Yeah,
Lovely, absolutely stunning, right on the beach, that's what
Beach,
it's called, you know, absolutely stunning town. And then to be turned into, I saw people literally crying. They was in their front garden, and there's like fucking 30 fucking Albanians all in the black leather jackets, all looking like the people from Taken, just walking up the street. And I saw a woman is shouting, we don't want you here. And they all like fucking, they just strolling into a garden, walking out with a fucking lawnmower. And she's like, what the fuck have happened to my life? Like,
and you notice it, as soon as I got off the ferry, you can notice it, you walk into the town,
right?
And it's like, shops boarded up, old pubs boarded up, and it's, it's got that feel of like a deserted, downtrodden,
which is not what it was like.
Town.
No.
Yeah, you can see it definitely.
How the fuck do you go about getting into the jungle then? Because I don't suppose you just walk away, alright guys? Or you do
so
it, like, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I didn't really have much understanding of it. It's the odd news clipping, all the rest of it. So like, but when you go across there in the daytime, we didn't really stand out that much. I mean, we did stand out because we were white, but we didn't really get any trouble walking on in the daytime because there's that many people from the media, government officials, Lily Allens, charity workers cutting about. They're used to sort of white guys walking about. So it wasn't too bad in the daytime. The actual area, like I say, the trouble getting in is it's not an actual camp now. So years ago when they had that sand gap, they built like a migrant camp, they're not refugees, but they built a purpose-built camp for them. But then they raised that to the ground and went, because it was attracting them. Same as the people in Swansea attracted to go on the streets because of the money and the rest of it. These people were landed in Italy and Greece going, there's a ready-made camp. There's a ready-made Hilton ready to go for us in Calais. We'll go and chill out there before catching the next ferry.
Yeah.
So they leveled
So that was the first bad move the French government fucking made then, really.
So they levelled it, and I think we took something like 400 of the people from the camp as an agreement with the French, because we said, look, they're all coming here now, and there's only one place they want to go, England. Yeah. So the British government went, we'll take like 400 as part of the deal.
Which is fuck all, really. Yeah.
And the French took the rest. And then they shut the camp. But then they were still coming.
Right.
And all the ones that didn't get taken in were still there. So they all relocated to this, what they now call the jungle. And all it is a set of woods in an industrial zone. So it's not like barriers or fences. Anybody can walk in there.
So some fucker probably got his fucking, like the Enterprise Zone got a fucking, some guy got his electrical firm up there, and all of a sudden then on Fenrod Lake and you've got fucking 69 Albanians, like, what the fuck, he's going to be fucking devastated.
Well, no, he's right, because we befriended a guy over there who's sort of online. He said if you need any help when you're over here and if you want to ditch some kit with me or whatever. So we went to meet him and we had a chat with him about the area, and he worked in that industrial zone. He wasn't from Calais, he'd moved there for his job, and they'd commandeered their gymnasium, and we went there to have a look around this place. So they broke in, cut a big hole in the side of this gym.
How can we get them out?
That's ours now.
How the fuck can we get them out?
Yeah, I can't. So when we got there, they were all camped inside this gym. Like I said, there was like a little sports hall as well, where they had like a trophy room. I pinched a couple of the flags actually from the local team. Right. It's like rather me having than
of course,
these bastards. They ransacked that and just totally sort of taken over it.
This is the problem with fucking do-gooders, They can only see one side and they don't get their hands dirty.
The thing is, Lily Allen doesn't
I apologise for everyone.
Lily Allen doesn't live in them places.
No, exactly.
She
went there, like with the honest, she went there and went, how's things going? Oh, it's terrible. I've had a nightmare. The British government won't help me. Oh, I feel so sorry for you.
Where's all your women? Yeah. Oh no, we don't do that. Like, we need the women back. This is fucking a woods full of fucking 4,000 men of fighting age. Like fucking.
So it was a few things that not a lot of things shocked me, but there's a few things that shocked me about it. One was the amount of young, as they call fighting age men. They're all young, fit men. And where are all these families? You're meant to be refugees.
Totally agree. Like
you've left your family. Can you imagine now? Say Swansea started getting invaded, right, by whatever force, right? Absolutely blitzed like Syria is now, right? Chemical attacks, all sorts going on, right? ISIS, kidnapping young girls, all the rest of it, right? Which is happening. Yeah. It's not exaggerating. Can you imagine now you going, tell her what I'm going to do, girls. I'll go. And leave you here with Mam, and I'm going to go 2,000 miles away and try and get into a country, and then when I sort myself out there and get citizenship in a couple of years, I'll call you over. You wouldn't do it, would you? No. There's no way you'd leave your family. They'd either be going with you or you'd be staying with them.
The ones who, like, the people who seem, maybe you know far more about it than me, but the way I looked at it, me and my man used to talk about quite a lot, like my man said, the people who are coming over here are actually well off considering, because they've actually made that fucking journey and they've paid for the fucking boat. And how many of these people in their fucking leather jackets do you see with mobile phones? If you're the very bottom of the pile in that country, you haven't got a mobile phone and you can't afford to get on the fucking boat. Whereas all these people, like you said, the young, fit fucking men, the women never come over. If you're that struggling and that desperate in that area, the poor in those areas, Syria and all that, can't make that journey. So they are fucking stuck there. The people who are here, like, middle class in that area, like, you know what I mean? That's how they can actually afford to get to the fucking jungle.
Like these the boats coming across the Med, dropping them off in Italy, and you know, do you think they're doing that out of the goodness of their hearts?
Exactly, yeah.
They're
You're going back to the Afghan poppy money, are we?
The human traffickers. It's a business. You've got to pay for that business. And like you said, in that we were a charity camp where they were dishing out food, and they're all charging their mobile phones in this camp, right? No, I'm not begrudging anyone a mobile phone. I'm not. I mean, if you can have one, have one. I'm not saying because they're from a foreign country and in this camp they shouldn't have one, but where are they getting the means for this? Where are they getting the money to top up the credit and all the rest of it? And like you said, you hit the nail on the head, is that they've paid to get there. If you're it's not a refugee camp, I refuse to call it, it's a migrant camp, right? Because if you're a refugee, and again, put ourselves back in that position now, so we're in Syria, and we're going, right, this is hell on earth, I need to get out of here. You manage to get on a boat, and it lands in Italy. First thing you do is go, oh my God, I'm safe, hand yourself in, and you're thankful. That's it, I'm out from the hell, I'm done. How come they've ended a couple of thousand miles away in Northern Europe when they're a refugee with nothing? Because they are not. If
they were that desperate, wherever they landed, whether it be Turkey, Italy, Greece, that's where you sit on the beach and you say, fuck me, at least I know I'm in fucking Paphos, I ain't gonna be fucking bombed fuck out tonight. You know, we'd be kissing the fucking sand, wouldn't it? You know, as you said, you don't make the extra journey then to Britain, like, you know.
So they've paid people to get to Calais, and they're still paying them to try and get across from Calais as well. And that's the bottom of it.
Was that fucking hell on earth for the Lucy Calais, that jungle thing?
Again, we had different parts. We befriended a group of Syrians. And like you said earlier, these Syrians, they
were the ones that bombed Marty McFly, was they? Or they was Libyans,
Libyans.
Like, sorry, man. Go on, you fucking befriended Syrians.
Like you said, these lads we met, they were middle class. They spoke English, like perfect English. They were intelligent. They were talking about Jeremy Clarkson just getting fired from the BBC. They were up to current affairs. They were selling mobile phones. People were approaching, right? So they had jobs selling stuff on the streets. They were self-sufficient. They had their own little galley kitchen. One of them had like a Burberry scarf, right? Nice jeans and boots. But they were decent blokes, and actually I was like, do you know what? These blokes probably would bring something to our country,
right?
I mean, educated, intelligent, and they're civilised.
Sound like entrepreneurs in the fucking, you know. If you can make it work there, you can make it fucking work anywhere.
Like you said, we were on about the gangs earlier when they come from a different culture. These were from a different culture, but they were obviously from a civilised part, and they would easily slot into UK. Then you had the African gangs, like again he said with the gangs in London. Sudanese, Eritreans, and Somalians, and they were pretty uncivilized. So they're part of the jungle. We went in, and I got the photos.
West, you take my fucking life with your own hands, boy. It's fucking stressing me out.
And it's like being in Swansea tip, mate. It's just piled high, but beer cans are all on the piss. They're all dumped up, right? And you can see it obviously from them. Like I got photos as well of like those like mini kegs you can get like in the country. One of them in there, right? So all on the piss and that. Again, I'll be begrudging anyone getting on the piss. Hang on a minute, you're in. You're meant to be refugees. But the shocking thing for me was in this jungle thing. They had like little sort of sheep's trails, goat tracks going through the sort of the undergrowth, and there were just lumps of shit everywhere in the middle of these paths. So I'm like, you're not even civilised enough to go. Do you know what, lads? Everyone go over that area and have a shit.
You're
just dropping down on the spot. You're not even step 2 meters to the right into the grass and do it.
Just doing it whatever you are like.
It was filthy, mate. I was like, what would you bring to our country if we did now let you come across? What are you bringing to the party? Nothing. But after dark, that's when it got into Wild West. Then I mean, stabbings, fucking beating each other up, and
So what do you think? And as who's strapping around in the fucking pitch black? Because I don't give a fuck what you say. everything's worse in the dark, innit?
No,
When we used to have parties in One Wayne Park, no, like that. We're in Britain, who've got that yellow glow and who have the street lights. It's gone now because they don't have the yellow. But like, you could pull a bird in One Wayne Park and he'd walk past her the next day because she didn't have that yellow glow. Literally, she didn't look nothing like the bird that fucking sucked you off 3 days ago. You know what I mean? It was fucking crazy, innit? In the dark, when it's dark, everything just turns to fucking hell. Like.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And even they...
We were on the piss, weren't we? So that was the only way to deal with it. Like.
Fuck, we was bevying like fucking getting up there, like.
Yeah.
Where did we get bevy from, though?
Fucking...
You know, look, if there's money in your pocket, there's people that be selling stuff. That's the game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's
Where would you
trade.
sleep?
So, just in the woods. So we had like a poncho type sheet cover. Jungle sleeping bag, so... Not warm. It's like a military jungle sleeping bag. Not warm. Not thick enough to keep you warm in the temperature we were in.
Yeah.
So which we wanted because we didn't want to be comfortable. We didn't want it to be like a little camping trip. Do you know what I mean?
Of course,
so we needed something, but we wanted to have a bit of a chill at night as well. So we just find somewhere in the woods, and then one of the nights we again it's a bit necky. So we had a few cans of Cronenberg beforehand. We because they were all getting cleared out this week, so we were lucky to be there this week because the police were coming in to clear them out of this jungle. So we were actually there for like quite a big momentous occasion in the lifetime, this jungle thing. Yeah. So as the police, it was ramping up, the police were going to come in, a lot of them were moving out to move into a new area in the sand dunes. So we were sort of going in there, trying
which
to
you can see when you come over on the ferry, can you?
Yeah, you see it, yeah. And that sprung up as well after we left. So we sort of did a bit of a recce, seeing like which tents are getting left. And it looked like Mount Everest edition, like pucker brand new tents. Yeah. So we sort of pinged one. It seemed to move out of, and we kept in that one night as well. Yeah. But again, that was dodgy because every little noise outside, you think, is it the Somalians coming? Yeah. Is it the Libyans coming to get Marty McFly?
Yeah, now, like, innit?
Yeah, because you know, if you from reading the book, you know, you slept under the pontoon and it took you a while to get used to the noises and what have you. That's bad enough, but I don't suppose you think, there's going to be a gang of fucking Somalis with that machete standing around me in about 5 minutes. But there. Fucking hell, I wouldn't have slept for the fucking week I was there.
Is it still going?
Yeah, so it's still there, yeah.
Really?
So they went in, so they built, it's weird again. So they built
that things like sort of go out of mind's eye, don't it? No, well, all of a sudden a new
they'll start ramping up now because they have so it'll be the summer offensive now, if you like. Because when the waters get calmer in the Med, they'll have a new influx. So come sort of October, November, they all go shit a bus now, right? We ain't getting across to the UK. So they either hand themselves into the French authorities, claim asylum there, or they thin out. So the camp goes quiet. Then come sort of March, April, May time, weather gets better, they'll have a fresh influx off the boats, so it'll swell now in the summer, and then they'll probably hit the news again.
But is it relevant?
2,000-3,000.
Like the news seems to move on to something else. Like the news fucking.
The best thing anyone can do is not watch fucking mainstream media for fucking starters. Yeah, it's just giving you a fucking narrative that they're trying to push.
All that's fucking been on.
No fucking.
All that's been on the last 2 days is Trump paying this fucking prostitute fucking $100,000 to keep quiet, which she's gone now. All of a sudden she's gone. I've had a great day, Jim. I'll take the speedboat. You can have that $100,000 back now. And I'm looking for $5 million. You know what I mean? Same as like Trump's doctor. She's what?
She's bang out of order. She's took that money to shut up, and now she's
exactly. Now she realised $100,000 was nowhere near enough. Like same as Trump's doctor come out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I can remember when Trump he had a medical, and he had a medical. They said, this man is the fittest man who's ever been president. He is like in the best shape of any president ever. And the doctor have come out this week and said, he wrote that. I didn't write that. Which pretty much we all knew anyway, do we? You thinking,
whether you like
he lives on, I only found out this morning, Cobley told me, he eats McDonald's every day. He lives off fillet of fish.
I've seen Super Size Me. He haven't got long left.
Yeah. No, that's a fucking cry. That's mad.
The thing is, what you got to remember with Trump, whether you like him or not, I could get 2 fucks because he don't fucking control me or right? The reason he's in the news every fucking day is because the people who run the media don't want him in charge. If he was their man, if he was Rupert Murdoch's man, right? If he was these media companies' man, they wouldn't be in the news every day. They'd be talking about how fucking great he was all the time. Yeah. So I'm sure he's a twat. I'm absolutely positive. I'm sure he's not the best man for the job. But just remember that when they're jumping all over him and fucking pulling all these things out of their ass.
Yeah.
They could have done that with any president.
Exactly.
Right? They could have done that with Hillary Clinton. Because Hillary Clinton's where they wanted in there, and Hillary Clinton's one of the most corrupt cunts of all time.
Like they
right?
say
And
about...
a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
And a fucking crook. Right? But they don't want to report that because it doesn't fit the narrative that they're trying to push.
The famous photo of her rubbing her hands when they killed Gaddafi, like saying we got it. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. You got a recording of her when she was a barrister, wasn't she?
Right.
And she got a paedophile off. So he'd sexually assaulted her. She might have been like 13 or 14 at the time. This girl. She'd defended him, got him off, and then the recording they've got is somebody speaking to her about a potential job, and she's like going, they bought it and laughing, he got off, laughing.
Horrible. The Clinton Foundation completely fucking corrupt.
Yeah.
All that shit, the hiding the emails. You can go back. So if you want to, I'm not like I said, I'm not saying Trump's the right guy, but for certain Hillary Clinton wasn't the right woman either. You know what I mean? But in the mass media's eyes,
the problem is, what the media are doing is they're giving him a second term, because what they forget is they seem to think that he's just one man put him in place or something.
Yeah.
When they're slagging him off, they're slagging off the tens of millions of people
Of course
who voted
it was,
for him. Like, he didn't
yeah.
just appear there.
Yeah.
Tens of millions of Americans voted for him. So by attacking him, they're attacking them who are now... And that's why he won. Because Clinton came out and started calling them deplorables and all the rest of it. They went... All the people who probably weren't even going to vote.
Exactly,
went, do you know what? He calling me names, I'm going to go and vote against you.
Yeah.
And that's why he won, because he slagged all these people off who couldn't take being slagged off.
That's what they say. Even like the intelligent left wing sort of Democrat, the people who aren't totally biased. They've said, look, we brought this on ourselves. Yeah. There's a change in. The people have been pushed into this, into voting for Donald Trump because they were sick of whatever we've been fucking doing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's the working man that have not so much working man, but Trump talked to people who probably didn't even go out and vote before.
Yeah, lower class white people living out the sticks.
That's why they put Clinton in as a candidate. They went, woman, we're going to get the woman vote. She's
a
bit left. We're going to get lefties, and they're the ones who are most likely to vote.
Yeah,
we're going to walk this. And they're an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
They could have just sat back and done nothing and probably won.
It shows how bad Hillary was as a fucking a candidate when she got beat by the guy who does the fucking Apprentice. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That shows how fucking bad she was. Like, you know, so
but it's happening everywhere as well. Like Brexit, I voted Remain for Brexit for my own reasons, but I'm fully behind Brexit, especially after it happened. Seeing how the EU reacted, how childish they were, how the Remainers have acted. I'm fully for Brexit now. The reason that happened, again, it's the same thing, is because most of the people who probably wouldn't vote came out and voted because they were sick of being called names.
The only thing I don't like is the lies that went with it when he got like people like Boris Johnson and fucking Farage driving around in a bus saying he'll have £300 million to the NHS, and then when it comes round he went, we didn't actually mean that, and then they all fucking quit.
But there's lies all around.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody listens to anything anyone said in that campaign, you're an idiot.
If you've got to have a vote on it, you can't have another vote then.
What's the point in democracy? There's no democracy.
You can't have another vote then just because you don't agree with it. Don't forget, people forget how much fucking how much shit Ireland as a country were in. Italy as a country were in. Greece was in fucking shit. Spain have got the highest unemployment they've ever had in history. So all these fucking countries, all these countries are saying, "Oh, Britain, you fucking mad to leave us." Like, well, before we had this vote, we were all fucking absolutely begging us. We were the fucking us and possibly France,
Germany,
you know. But everyone else around them were fucking struggling. Like, you know what I mean? But
that is by far and away the most political thing we've ever said.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe it. You better fucking move on.
I'm not expecting this.
Quick, Wesley, tell us another crazy story.
Yeah,
as it happens, I tell you what I wanted, because he went to South America for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, that's got to have been fucking mental.
Before we start, we can name him because he's been in the fucking sun, and I think he loves the fact that he did it. Like, talking about a South American fucking holiday, you see Steve Simmons in the fucking sun. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's not I didn't actually put it all over fucking Facebook anyway. You done a line of Charlie off Pablo Escobar's grave.
Did see something on WhatsApp. I don't know him. I don't know the.
But then next thing,
Do you know I was about a year old? He said that to me about a year
then
ago.
next again, it's on the fucking Sun, it's online.
Is it?
Oh fuck, it was in every fucking paper.
The guy's a fucking legitimate maniac who I don't think cares much about his life.
Yeah.
And I know him quite well, like because we did White Collar together, and we were quite friendly after that. I used to see him all the time, and like randomly he messaged me out of the blue, and he was in like fucking Bogota, right? And I was laying in bed on a Sunday morning, and like he just lives his own life. Like the guy's fucking proper party. Like, you know, he's probably the craziest person I know until I met Wes.
Yeah, fuck it. Totally.
Yeah, I know that.
So what made you decide in 8 weeks, let's fucking go, like?
So that last Afghan, so it was 2014, Afghan was finishing until early November, Bastion was closing. We were going to be owed about 8 weeks off. We never get it in a one-er, so unheard of. So you usually get 4 or 5 weeks when you get back, and then they'll trickle feed the other weeks that you're owed for being away for so long throughout the year. But because it was the end of the Afghan, the routine was changing when we got back. The new routine wasn't changing till sort of mid-January. So they're like, do you know what, we're just going to give you the 8 weeks. So it's done and dusted, zeroed when you get back to work in January, and then we can crack on with training without, I'm still owed 2 weeks here and 2 weeks there. So it's like, right, 8 weeks, again, same mentality. I'm not sitting at home for 8 weeks in Swansea, just being away. I had the money in the bank from being away. Just get paid more when you're away and you're not spending anything, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to do it straight online. Skyscanner. I had a flight. So basically my itinerary was this: flight into Rio de Janeiro, and then a flight out of Ecuador 8 weeks later. And that was it, nothing else booked. And the only thing I wanted to achieve was to go to the Welsh town in Patagonia and Machu Picchu.
So hang on now, because logistically you're going into Brazil, which is northeastern.
Yeah.
So Patagonia would be on the southern tip, pretty much. And
I didn't go that far down, but southern.
Right.
Yeah, but Machu Picchu is that fucker who does for Macmillan and takes you fucking how many days to get there?
Go back to
Chile.
Right, so
back to Chile and then all the way up.
Fuck me.
So it was Rio.
How do you plan shit like that?
Ecuador, Central America though, is it Ecuador still classed?
No,
as South
it's towards the northern part of South America.
America,
Yeah,
right.
it's still South America. So so I flew into Brazil, down up through Argentina, across to Chile, up to Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, flew home.
Fuck me, I can't book.
I
struggle to book Malia and you having fucking breakfast with fucking Pinochet. What the fuck? Like, what's Argentina like? I like to look of Argentina. It's supposed to be very like similar culture to us, Argentina.
Yeah, it's obviously different because it's quite a big country, and it's different parts. Next, you've got like the Welsh town in Patagonia, so like a little seaside sort of holiday place, and then Buenos Aires.
You truly speak Welsh shit?
Yeah.
Really?
100%, yeah. So I went to, it was like a little museum on the coast. This is where the Welsh settlers first landed in Argentina.
Right.
You can still see like cut out of the rocks where they first sort of dug caves to live when they first landed there because they were struggling. Fascinating. But the museum, so I got there, ran around, it was just on the edge of this peak of the peninsula. Went in there, there's a little old lady behind the counter called Delia. She only spoke Spanish or Welsh, no English.
No, right.
Yeah, but they massively celebrate their Welsh culture, their Welsh history. It's
because the Patagonia clothing label now is fucking bang into the casuals.
Puerto
Madryn.
Madryn.
Yeah.
But I did like this tour where they drove us out and we got on a boat to see the whales and the penguins and that. But even on that, they were talking.
Cold or warm?
It was warm when I went there.
Yeah.
When I went there, so in the summer it'd be warm there. But on the bus ride out to get the boat, the Argentinian bloke who was from like Spanish, Italian heritage, he was loading like how the Welsh settlers set up the town and how they still like celebrate it.
And who on this bus? It must be like fucking Michael Douglas in Romance in the Stones, eh? Like one of them, like proper chicken chasing bus, like
the Venga bus.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So
Like,
was you trekking?
But everything, so flights, hitchhiked from.
hitchhike. Westy people don't hitchhike no more, man. You've got to understand.
So in Buenos Aires,
even the junkies are
I was on one and I was like, right, I'm going to land in So the capital of like Welsh Patagonia, what's it called? Trelu. So I'm gonna land there, and Portamadryn, I think it was about 20 miles away, maybe a bit less. I was like, you know, you get something in your head, like I'm hitchhiking now.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm doing it. So again, Swan stop on. I was like, I'm a Swan stop on. What do you mean?
Yeah, you love
Definitely
to
gonna get a
Swan
lift,
stop,
like.
doesn't he? He thinks people are going to stop just because you got the Action Garage logo on it. Like.
He's got a photo of him with big Jesus like that.
Yeah.
He's a full kit wanker. He's got his shin pads on as well.
Yeah, so it took a while, but it got picked up, and it was by a family who had Welsh heritage.
No.
So yeah, the girl Ginger, I got photos of her. The girl was Ginger.
Never.
So, like, there's no, you know, there's no more clue that she's Welsh.
No.
And yeah, the bloke, her father, Jorge.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
that was original.
Yeah. He had Welsh heritage. She was Ginger, but she had like an Argentinian, it's like Spanish husband. Yeah, so they picked me up and dropped me off in.
But how do you communicate with these people like?
I spoke a little bit of Spanish, enough to like, greetings and stuff.
Yeah.
And they spoke a little bit of English as well. So not too bad.
Who the fuck would pick anyone up now, innit? You know what I mean? In the middle of...
I was up in Bristol today.
Right.
And I was coming out of Bristol, just on the turning, coming off the M5 north to come on the M4. And there was a guy standing on the side of the road, fucking hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Honestly, God, the first hitchhiker I've seen in fucking years.
Yeah.
Now, it's weird that you say that now. I fucking saw it. So what the fuck? There was like fucking lorries tearing past him. Fucking only got the last one.
I picked one up before driving back from Brecon. And it blokes make a living from it. So they make a living by going to pick up cars, like hire cars, to drop somewhere else.
I know.
So they hitchhike to the place and then pick up the hire car and then drop it back at their hometown. So say you live in Swansea, you get a call, can you pick up this car from Bristol? Yeah, Roger. Hitchhike to Bristol, drive the car back.
Fucking hell.
So, and you save money on paying for the train.
Of course, yeah.
So that's why,
Machu Picchu, you've got to have a guide for that. You can't just fucking rock up and say, where's the fucking nearest train to Machu Picchu? Or do you do it yourself?
Yeah, you can. You buy a ticket basically, and I
Ticket?
they only allow
Well, like
400.
Woodward Park?
Yeah.
Surely they can't do that to like a fucking... They can't do that to a Mayan-built fucking... You can't go buy a ticket, surely.
I mean, you could probably get in the back way, but you have to climb like all the mountains or whatever. But
They
it's a
let me
bridge.
charge you to go to
There's a
Machu
bridge
Picchu.
across the river to get to like the steps to get up to it.
Right.
It's like an hour's worth of like climbing up the steps.
Yeah.
So obviously the bridge is locked.
Yeah.
Every day, because they only allow 400 people a day because of they scare
Right,
wear and
I
tear.
see, yeah, of course, yeah.
Tourism like ruining it. So yeah, you have to buy a ticket, and then they let you cross the bridge.
What's it like?
Yeah, quality.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I would like
That's the
that.
photo.
That is what I would
seen,
like.
isn't it? Where did I see that
Christmas
photo?
Day, I did it. So got like a little Christmas tree,
What?
bottle of champagne.
No way.
Yeah, fucker.
Where the fuck did I see that photo? Is it online somewhere?
Yeah,
you,
Isn't it, probably?
He's sitting on top of like an edge.
And it's sitting all in the background.
Background, he's drinking a bottle of Dom Perignon. Christmas fucking day.
Yeah. The thing is, it's one of those countries anyway. If you got a few quid in your pocket, you can get whatever you want.
Right.
So on the trip, sort of like we did a 4x4 trip across the Bolivian salt flats, and you meet people, and you sort of stick with them for a few days and the rest of it. So I said, oh look, I want to do Machu Picchu. I want to do it on Christmas Day. Like these stuck-up English people are like, oh, you got no chance. You got to book it 6 months in advance and all this. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm going to Machu Picchu on Christmas Day. It's happening. So this English lad was like,
Like me when I tried to book the village Christmas Day, it was fucking rammed. I said, believe me, I go to the village Christmas Day.
Yeah, all it's happening. So we got into Cuzco, which is like the main city, which sort of all the tourists go before going to Machu Picchu. So we got there with this English lad, Colin, and I was like, right, we want to go to Machu Picchu. So you can pay for tours, or you can just get the train to the town at the foot of it, and then try and get a ticket to the park. It's classed as a national park. So I was like, no, we want to do like an excursion. So like they take you in a wagon, you have a day mountain biking, day canyoning, day of zip lining, and hot spas and all the rest of it. So I said, we want to do that, and then end up on Christmas Day going up Machu Picchu. So they were like, our trips are like 3 days leading up to it, and the one that would land on Christmas Day went yesterday.
Right.
And I was like, right, well, how much is it to do it? And it was something ridiculous. So like for the 3-day trip, it was like $120, including your entry to Machu Picchu. That's all you meet.
Of course,
they feed you, they transport you, give you the bikes and everything. And I was like, there's $150.
Yeah.
Can we just jump onto the group? They were like, yeah, sweet. So we went and did like the day of mountain biking, and then they bussed us forward to catch up with the other group.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days of doing other stuff. Get to the foot of Machu Picchu and then up to the top, man.
Fucking hell's bells.
Yeah, brilliant.
Where was you sleeping most of the nights then?
Like in hostels, yeah. So just
Nearly for the 8 weeks you'd find hostels.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck would you find the fucking hostel? Where do you find it?
yeah, because it's
Where
it's
do you
such
fucking
a
go? Like,
it's such a well-worn route, isn't it? It's like there's
Yeah.
tourists everywhere, so there's hostels everywhere. But when I got to is a town in Bolivia called Copacabana, not the beach in Rio. I had a hotel room there, double bed, ensuite to myself. How much do you reckon for the night?
$13.
£3.
Oh my fucking lord!
I was like £3. I was like, how much are the hostels if the hotels are £3?
You've got to have luxury.
Dirt
then,
cheap,
innit?
man.
For
Well,
£3,
for
like.
£3, fuck me if you're tracking, I'm sure you can afford £3.
Oh yeah. Anyway, just about Afghan. So I had the money to stay. I mean, more expensive, but I was like,
How do you manage? Do you carry cash or bank card?
cash out of there.
Yeah?
If you've got dollars anywhere, it's like the universal currency.
Where do you shove it though? You know what I mean? Do you trust keeping it in the hotel or?
Just keep it on me.
Yeah? So you're strutting around with like fucking $2,000 like.
But when I got
Walking
to
on Machu Picchu like.
when I got to
What the fuck like?
Buenos Aires, the Boca Juniors are playing.
Right, yeah.
The team. So I was like, I got to go and catch a Boca Juniors game now, innit? So I'm asking
Not
a
the
few
super
people,
classical.
and they're like, nah, don't go, because La Boca, the area is, I mean, it's like worse than Penland.
Yeah.
So they're like, don't go to, I mean, it's a nighttime game, you can't get near there, don't go. I'm like, I'm going. Right, so, you got it in your head, you're like, you got what I mean, I gotta go.
You're trying to kill yourself. Or trying to get someone else to kill you, Wesley.
Swan's top on, isn't it? Swan's
Oh,
top
the
on.
swan stops all obviously fucking hell. He's not going to go away with a Boca Juniors top on, is he?
So the worst bit, I'm not looking back now, and I'm thinking, I'd probably deserve to have a slap after that.
I'm going to enjoy that game, innit?
So I was like, right, there's a place there called Florida Avenue, or Florida Street in Rosario. So I got there, they're like, go there, and you can exchange your dollars for Argentinian pesos for better than the rate.
Right.
So the rate at the time was $1 was 7 Argentinian.
Yeah.
If you went to the street, you got 12 or 13 if you had bigger notes like 50s.
Yeah.
Because the country's in shit state,
Yeah.
the economy keeps crashing. All the rich people, they got $100,000 in the bank. The banks crash, the economy goes. Next minute they got 10 grand.
Oh.
So what they do is they pay these guys on the street to buy currency, British pounds, American dollars, which are never going to lose their value, and then they keep them in a safe.
Yeah.
So when the country crashes, they still got $100,000 in the bank, in the safe.
Yeah.
So that they pay a higher rate to get it. So I was like, happy days. So when we got back from Afghan, it was a time, so it had closed. So we'd sold all our shipping containers and metal fences off to the Afghans.
Yeah.
So we had a load of dollars, we came back. So they wanted to cash this in when I was on camp for British pounds for us to have a big piss up. So I was like, I'm off to South America, so how about you tell me how much it's worth?
Yeah.
British, I'll give you the money and I'll take the dollars. So landing in Argentina, I got $500 in my pocket, right, US, in like 50s and 100s. So I go to this Florida Avenue, and these dodgy blokes, and they go, cambio, it's cash. Does the exchange with them, so I'm now waiting to get a taxi to go to La Boca with $500 in Argentinian in my pocket and a Swan's top on.
Fucking hell.
First taxi I flagged down. He's like, senor, La Bombonera, which is the stadium.
Yeah, cool.
He's like, fuck off, just drives off. Yeah, not interested. In fact, I got in, he's like, get out. Drove off. Next one pulls up, says to him, get in. So I'm chatting away, he's telling me about when he went to Celtic a few years back.
Yeah.
So this might be quite handy if he lasted a night in Celtic. Like. So he drops me in La Boca, like a little port area near the stadium. He said, I'll try and help you get a ticket. So he goes up to this copper. He says, mate here from the UK, he's looking for a ticket. Like, copper's like that. I got some advice for you. See that bar over there? Go in there, get a beer, sit down and watch it on the telly. I was like, yeah, happy days.
Yeah.
I did go in the bar to have a beer for a bit of Dutch courage.
Yeah.
And then obviously cracked on towards the stadium. So I'm walking through a street now, bearing in mind I'm thinking, you mean, because I'm Welsh, innit?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind the Falklands War, but the English. But I'm thinking, I'll be right because I'm Welsh.
Oh,
But he probably don't know the difference. He'd probably seen Premier League thinking English bastard.
Yeah.
So walking
Especially when they see Swansea, they go Simon West
Simon
on.
West,
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. So getting all the funny looks and they're scrapping. And it's like something out of a Tarantino movie. They're like tops off and they're home fans now, just fighting with each other. They're all on barbecues on the floor, so they have like a tray of barbecue just on the curb. Cook it up, scran and that. Fuck it, I'm doing it, innit? So pings this pub on the corner by the stadium, walks in, it's bouncing, it's like going in through a bit railway or something, 10 minutes before the Swans are kicking off against Cardiff. Bouncing now with all these locals, big sweatshop. Sees trying to work out what's the score to get a beer here, innit? Because everyone's got like a can of beer, but like there's nobody serving or whatever. So there's a fridge in the corner, and there's pings one guy, goes over, grabs a can, like the pint cans.
Of course, yeah.
And he takes it to the bar and gives them money. Got it, self-service. So he goes over, grabs a can of beer out the fridge, takes it to the bar. Barman takes it off me, takes it back to the fridge, puts it back in, and closes the door.
Right.
Message received.
Yeah.
So starts walking to get out of the pub. Next thing, barriers come down, riot police all outside. That's it, barricaded in. So as I get barricaded, I can see one fire exit door towards the back by the bar. So I make a beeline for this to get out. Manager closes the door in front of me and says in Spanish, "Do you want a ticket?" So I'm like, fucking, this has gone from like being like shut out and not getting a beer to getting a ticket to the game. So I'm like, yeah, I do want a ticket. So he says, like, follow me. He pulls me behind, pulls out a season ticket. He's Alfredo or something. Yeah. So it was something ridiculous. So I was paying something like 50 quid for this ticket. I was like, it's once in a lifetime, innit? La Boca, a dodgy pub. So I was like, yeah. So he's like, oh, I want your driving licence in exchange. So I'm like, hang on a minute now, I'm in a pub in the middle of Argentina, roughest area in Argentina. I don't know anybody. Nobody knows I'm here. I got $500 in my pocket in local, and he's asking for my driving license. But I also thought then, well, this could be a bit reassuring because this means his ticket's probably legit, and he wants some insurance off me. Then I'm going to bring it back. So I was like, let's do it, mate. Give him the 50 quid. Got the ticket. Alfredo, he pointed me, got the map out, showed me the entrance to go in. Yeah. Give me a little flyer of the address of the bar so I can find my way back. And that was it. Walked round and watched Boca Juniors.
Any good?
Yeah, brilliant. I think game
atmosphere-wise?
Bouncing.
I mean, it's fucking absolutely
you see like these European and foreign atmospheres and all the rest of it. And the seat was literally at the top. You couldn't get any higher in the stadium. Yeah. Top tier. And like the Millennium Stadium where it's like top steep going down. And you heard about all the stadium was rocking, all the rest of it, but literally when they scored, the concrete below me was bouncing up and down like a mattress.
Yeah, because there's no way that's going to be built.
No,
fucking,
there's no health and safety.
Yeah, there's no fucking corgi registered fucking buildings over there, is it? You know what I mean?
Had excellent Jones in.
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck.
But once in a lifetime, like so I got photos of it. And he stood down my Swans top on at the top of the stadium. But brilliant. And I took the season ticket back to old Alfredo. Had another pint with him. Like a local celebrity then.
Fuck.
So nobody gave you any shit to that?
No, nothing. No.
I think that helps sometimes on your own.
I
think sometimes it helps on your own.
Yeah.
If you go in a gang of 10, Cobley's naked, Big Louie's pissed as fuck. You know what I mean?
It's probably the neck of it as well. They're probably just like so stunned. Fucking leave him alone for being so cheeky. Like.
That's right. I think you're spot on.
Absolutely fucking madness. Absolutely fucking madness. I don't even know what the fuck to say.
Another banging on now.
No,
fucking
towards the end of the
This is the least I've said in any podcast. I'm happy. I'm listening.
Actually made it.
As long as Paddy don't want to Pepinos tonight.
Oh, fuck that. Listen, usually I like to leave you at my tent to have Pepinos. Listen, just for tonight, I'll have McDonald's. Like, just fucking crack on. I'm enjoying it. Genuine. Fuck.
So eventually make it to Ecuador tonight. So the last few days of the trip. Go out mountain biking, so hires a mountain bike, and it's a route. You can do this route. It's like 30 kilometres from one town to the other, and then they have like specially because it's well-worn route, specially made buses. You can chuck the bike on and get a bus back to town. So I'm hiring the bike out, and the girl's like, "Oh, do you want a helmet?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't need a helmet, love." And she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like tapping my head, and my head's solid, man. I'll be alright. Yeah, fast forward an hour. Car hits me coming down this big. Steep hill. It's the deck sliding now down on its tarmac. You know, you get that like jolt of pain, and you think, I'm in trouble here. Something's broken or something's gone wrong. Managed to drag the bike off the road because there was a car coming the other way. And I'm like, no, fuck, something's bust. So I thought I'd dislocated my shoulder because that's what it felt like, and it was totally immobilised. Turns out further down the line is a fractured collarbone. Eventually flags down a taxi after about 40 minutes an hour on the side of this road. Gets back to...
no, couldn't give you a hand around.
Oh, no. Just straight past me.
Don't forget, you were in agony now as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm
scared
as well, because I'm in the middle of this like rainforest road, in the middle of nowhere, a good hour or so from where I've started out from. Again, nobody knows where I am, and I've probably broken something. So I'm starting to panic a little bit. Eventually somebody picks me up, takes me back. As I'm in the bike in, I tell them about what's happened, and then she's like, oh yeah, do you want to sign up for the excursion tomorrow? I was like, I'm going to be in hospital. Love. Yeah. So eventually get to this little med centre it's like this tiny little town in Ecuador, so you can imagine. It's not the NHS, so you go in and register and sit in the waiting room. So we all stood outside this little shack, and you in the queue. So there's people in front of me with like colds and stuff, queuing up, and then I'm there with a bust shoulder. There for ages, eventually get in and tell them what's wrong. So they're trying to pull my top off me. And I'm like, so this is my new Swan's top now, isn't it? Yeah. So the nurse is like, I'm going to have to cut it off you. So I'm like, fuck, go on, innit? So she cuts it off at the shoulder, has a look at me, calls the doctor out, doctor comes out, starts going fucking mental at him. Right, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, innit? He's like, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll get him to stitch your top back up. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it, mate. He's like, no. This is Jefferson Montero top. We'll get it stitched back up. Don't you worry. I was like, brilliant.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, fucking Jefferson Montero pulling me out of the shit.
And it was... I remember we seen him in the railway, didn't we? And Cobley come up and give him a massive hug, and he had a fucking broken shoulder.
Yeah, that sounds about right for that.
Fuck.
It was 50. I saw today. It was 15 years today since we beat Hull.
Yeah.
15 years.
I can't work out whether 15 years have flown or dragged.
No, it's fucking flown. I think
15 years, like
15 years, mad. What did you parachute in or something? You must have a crazy story about that fucking game.
I missed it actually.
Really? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he was in the Bogota jungle, fucking busting a fucking drugs run.
I was in basic training, so he's a recruit. He couldn't get away for weekends or anything. So.
Oh, fucking hell.
Biggest Swans game, one of them in history, and I missed it.
Yeah, it was a crazy fucking day.
Fair play to James Thomas. Yeah. That's fucking no total legendary state. That's fucking up here, and you go down. When he's an 8-year-old man, they'll still be showing the fucking chip over the keeper, like, you know what I mean?
Remember playing against him because we were the same age, and he was Glyn Coughlin. That's like Morrison next school. Morrison, I think.
Yeah.
So we were the same age. So I always remember playing against him. I was at Ghosts and then Dilwyn, and then athletics as well. And like, we used to do like Ghosts. We were county champions. But Glyn Coughlin were always our rivals, but it was just because of him. The rest of the team was shit. He'd win the 100 metres like by 40 metres because like we were kids, he was like a grown man. It was like racing against a grown man.
It was a funny fucking era of Morriston where that happened like every year. There was a boy a year older than me, Colin Breenshirt, either Matthew Morgan or Martin Morgan, who was 6'4" at fucking 12 and a lump. In my year, there was a guy called Di Hawkins.
I remember Di Hawkins.
Who was at 12.
He had like stubble and everything.
Stubble, 11, 12, he had a fucking beard, he was like a fucking gorilla. He was massive, right? He was huge. He actually played, he went up with Liverpool. Liverpool signed him simply because he was a tiny player. He wasn't a great player. He was just so fucking big. He was so fucking big. You couldn't get the ball of him, couldn't go near him. And he petrified him at the time. He was shit scared of him. But he also went on to play professional rugby, I think, as well, for someone. You know what I mean? He did have a fucking career as a sportsman, but I'd love to know what he's doing now. Di Hawkins, he was fucking... Everyone in Swansea knew him at the time when he was 12. We'd never seen fuck all like it. And then, obviously, in that year, James Thomas... Again, fairness to James Thomas, when
in my year? No.
And then we were in the heli, fucking hell. That's when the human race from Hoddesdon fucked right up, man, and it didn't work, man. But, like James Thomas, I've seen a photo clipping of him, like, because Tilly's good friends with his daughter, and the photo clipping says when he was with Blackburn, this is the best prospect since Klinsmann, like, you know what I mean? That's who they compared him at the time.
You were telling me that your daughter is mates with James Thomas's daughter, and you haven't had James Thomas on
no,
this
I know,
fucking podcast.
I don't think we've ever met, like, you know? Yeah, we'll have to sort that out.
Me and Westy hadn't met till tonight.
Huh? Yeah, true, yeah.
He's on the Christmas card list now and everything.
Oh, fuck, 100%.
I'm sending it to fucking, I don't know if I'm going to send it, to the Amazon or something.
yeah.
Fuck, just brush over a couple of things because
I got a funny one from Iraq, football related as well. So in line with when they investigate this for murder,
as they do.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it Wednesday.
We got the call in.
Shoot the locals Wednesday.
Investigation branch are coming up to have a chat with us. I have to be careful with how we word this now. About detainee abuse.
Yeah.
It's been massive, and they had stuff in Abu Ghraib.
Yeah, of course,
and all the rest of it. So
Guantanamo,
twitchy, yeah. So we were like, all right. Obviously, to put this out there, we weren't abusing anyone.
Of course,
yeah. This story, I mean, we're not those type of people. But we only come in and investigate because we had a few complaints. Now, the jobs we were doing were sort of going out, grabbing people, bringing them back. Like, it's not going and knocking on someone's door in blind of mice. He puts on a bit of a show for his missus, the hard man, and then he comes quietly. I mean, he's a hardened terrorist, the veterans. They'd rather take you out, take themselves out, as long as they take you.
Yeah.
So, in most of them, there would be a bit of a scuffle when we take them, and there were a few bloody noses, so to speak. So we'd bring them back, we'd sort of hold them for a bit, and then they'd get sent off to like the questioning centres with all the rest of it. So a few of them had gone, and they'd said they're coming to us a little bit worse for wear, and they've complained. Right? Like I said, it was just natural, fisticuffs, it wasn't anything else. So they're coming down to have a chat with us. So they rock up now, these investigators. And they're like, yeah, we have a few bloody noses and a few other complaints. They're not getting... And the basic complaint was they weren't getting fed and watered enough or properly.
Yeah.
Right? Which I could see, because the cheeky fuckers, one of them, so when we guarded him, he was like, oh, Mister, water. So I went to give him some water, which was obviously the water from the water bottles. Fresh water bottles, but they're kept outside. So I give him a sip, and he's like, no, Mister, cold water.
Fuck, I'll do a bit of ice cube.
There's a bit of lemon in it, that's why.
So they come down, they're like, right, these are the complaints we've had, they're not getting fed enough or water enough. And we've also had a complaint that they're having footballs kicked at them when they're blindfolded. So our officers are just like, no chance. I can categorically deny that. There's absolutely no way my men would be kicking footballs at prisoners. They're like, okay, happy days. So, would you mind if we had a look at the compound where they're being kept in the area? Yes, no problems. Takes them in there. First thing they see in the corner is what?
Football.
A fucking battered up old leather football.
Oh, fuck you now.
And then all over the compound walls, big dusty round marks.
The boys won't do it deliberately, it's just they fucking shit.
They're just like, oh. But I mean, we hadn't been kicking footballs at them.
Yeah.
I mean, the blokes inside the little compound, the lads are bored watching them, so they've been kicking the ball against the wall, but straight away they're like...
They can fucking use that against them.
Like,
that's what they're there for, like, and they're fucking... Brilliant.
Well, all I was going to fucking brush over is this Swan Season Awards last night, wasn't it? I don't really want to, because I'm having such a good time tonight. I don't want to talk about the weekend.
A lot of people are slagging it off, but it's always been that time of year, whether you like it or not. Let's not make a big deal of. I know we could say like they give the top scorer award, and that could change next couple of games, couldn't it? But the end of season awards is always that time of year, whether we like it or not. Yeah. The only difference is now it's put on fucking Twitter and people can see it. Yeah. It's just another thing for people to fucking moan about. Yeah. Same as all of a sudden now the fucking Hugh Jenkins out brigade have come from fucking nowhere. And now this week now it's a big Jenkins out thing again. Yeah. Well, when we was beating Liverpool and Arsenal, they shut the fuck up. Yeah. You know, now fucking hell, we can all see what they've done right, we can all see what they've done wrong. Yeah. But don't stay quiet for fucking 2 months and then come back out all guns blazing because we had a little bit of a bad run.
They got that completely wrong. If they either had to continue on even during the
Spot
fucking
on.
period, or when they didn't do that, they had to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You got
You
to
can't go from having meetings
No,
in the command club to fuck all said and now back on.
Yeah.
Well, now,
A few of
fuck
them probably
off.
had a couple of pints, so
Yeah.
let's get it going
Fuck-
again.
yeah. fuck off, like.
Our mate Storman went to the fucking awards. The boys go every year.
Yeah, of
because
course they
Fudger has a table down there. And he said that when Hugh Jenkins was talking, there was a number of people shouting, "Where's our money?" and giving it all that fucking bollocks, which I think is cringeworthy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you've got an axe to grind, just shut the fuck up.
Well, if you've got an axe to grind, don't go to that end of the season
no,
fucking awards, do.
Yeah.
It's a place and time for it.
Yeah.
That's not the place and time. But because we talked about it last week, AU against Wolves won goal of the season.
Yeah.
Which would probably about
Yeah, it's pretty fair.
We mocked the fuck out of the goal of the
last one.
season last week. And Fabianski won Player of the Year, which it'd have been a fucking travesty. I think I'd have got back in the Jenkins out brigade if Fabianski wouldn't have fucking won it. But what I saw, which surprised me, was Jordan Ayew won Player of the Year.
Yeah, I couldn't work that out.
No, don't get me wrong. I think next to Fabianski, Jordan Ayew would possibly be no better.
I'd have thought Fabianski would have
Fabianski should have just cleaned up. Like he should have had best goal.
Yeah.
He should have. They should have just been creating awards for him. Like,
Well, this is what's going to happen with the Saints now. We got a presentation now in a couple of weeks. Like this new boy Ryan Earl's winning everything. Clubman of the year.
So he played 3 games.
Yeah, he is. Third team, second team, first team player of the year, Clubman. One of the boys, Liam Bennett, broke his leg last week. He's fucking winning Clubman. Ryan Earl's winning it just to keep him in. He's gonna win. He's gonna win the fucking lot. Let me tell you.
John be giving him his own private parking.
Yeah. You
know, keys to my house.
If you pull up outside the Morris, where you usually park, is like initials there, RH. Ryan Earl, like goes on parking
We joke
space.
about that, but Ollie McBurney had about 12 games for Barnsley. He won't play the fucking
Yeah,
game.
but quite rightly so, because they absolutely fucking idolised him, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, is it worth fucking giving him a chance? I don't know. What do you think? Sometimes you might have levels.
We've talked about it before, that it's levels, and where it went wrong from McBurney was whoever was the fucking knob with the paperwork at the start of the season, they'd let him down because he wasted the first half of the season with us having 10 minutes here and 50 minutes there. But we spoke about that before. If he'd have been there all season and he performs the way he's done at the second half of the season, Barnsley aren't where they are. Yeah. And Barnsley fans have said that because I've seen them talk about it.
Do you think the perfect fit for McBurney would be something like Rangers? Yeah. He'd rip it up there.
Gerrard is actually going through with that.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's
like, yeah, that's happening. Like.
I think if he isn't getting the Swans team, it's the right thing to send him to the lower team and get something rather than sitting on our bench, getting 10, 15 minutes.
But are they putting him at team
it's
to build up?
Yeah.
You know, because then otherwise everyone's wasting their time.
What they're doing is they put it, it's perfect for the Swans, it's a win-win. Yeah. We bought him for pittance, right? He's just gone to Barnsley and scored whatever he scored and won the player of the season, having to play 6 months. So even if he don't sign for Barnsley, there's other championship clubs.
Of course there is,
go, fuck, we don't Burnley off you. Oh yeah, well he's worth $7.5 million now. So it's a no lose for the Swans, because if he goes there and he does fuck all, they haven't lost anything because he was doing fuck all anyway. If he goes there and he nails it, he's another David. Who's that? Darryl Duffy. Remember that Darryl Duffy signed for us on loan for from Bristol Rovers or something? And he scored a load of goals at the end of the season, and everyone was like, "Yeah, sign a cunt." And we signed him, and I think he scored again. Like, you know what I mean? That could be McBurney. I hope not, because he seems like a good, honest pro, McBurney, and I've been impressed when I seen him for under 23s and stuff. And I always felt that he would score goals at a level. I didn't think it would be championship level, to be honest. In my mind, I said League One. I thought he'd be perfect in League One. He'd probably be one of those strikers that like Baywack and Fenwell, like we've said before, consistently gets goals at League One level. That's what I felt he would be. So, but
it'd be difficult in our team now, because if we were doing well mid-table,
if we were creating 15, 16
he'd
chances,
probably be able to come in. But I mean, to put him in and expect him to shoulder the burden, I think would be unfair on him, and he would probably look a worse player than he actually is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, well, that's a lot where he was when they were chucking him on for 15 minutes during 10 minutes there. Yeah. The game
expected something off.
Fuck, anyone who's played the game knows it's hard to come on sub, especially to come on that late in the game, because you ain't even up to the pace of the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Before the fucking final whistle goes. So
very few players could do it like Solskjaer, David Fairclough for Liverpool in the 70s. You know, there's a reason why they are called fucking super sub. sometimes you've got a player who can just come on and change a game in an instant. Like,
but they're a rarity. And
fucking hell! That's why they do. That's why there's not many we can mention. I do see fair play to Johnny Gray and Anthony Wright's under 19s team.
Yeah.
I read it wrong at first. I thought they won the fucking FA Youth Cup.
Right.
But then I realised it was the FA
Youth Cup,
right? So they should be winning that, but we've still got to fucking win it, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No fairness to them, it's great to see Johnny and Anthony, fucking two local boys. Not like the coaches have come from fucking England.
No.
They are literally two fucking town little boys done good.
Well, the both of them, because we know them personally, we both know that they love football. And Righty, there was nothing in Righty could have ever done as good as he could do football, if you know what I mean. He was a fucking great footballer as a kid. It didn't quite come off for him as a pro. But when he was working with me on the taxis not so long ago, like, do you know what I mean? But Swans, that was the best decision they'll ever make, is having someone like Righty in the club and someone like Johnny Gray, like local boys who know football. Like Righty lives and breathes football. That's what he does. It's perfect for him. I got a lot of respect for Anthony, and I consider him a mate of mine. Like, so he is great. You look at his West End side, the 13s. They went to a tournament in Holland. Well, you know for well normally, my father used to take Camalbian away when they were kids, and they go to Germany, they get beat 7-0 every fucking game, like, and they had a good side with Jordan Beiger and boys like that. But, to take a team out to Holland and win an international tournament, basically, where
proper football clubs, no local
they
fucking
beat
pub.
Mansfield youth team, they beat fucking Cardiff youth team, they beat the youth team from Japan all the way through, undefeated, and win the final. That's right, he's on the 13s team, West End, you know what I mean? So he's running them, he's running the under 19s, successful with both of them.
I think he's a year below me, I think.
He was my age, yeah?
Yeah, he's even at the back end he was a mature footballer. I mean,
Yeah,
he was good, but he had a calm brain as well when he played. I mean, we all loved playing, and people had different strengths. I mean, running around like headless chickens, but he seemed to be, like you said,
he played one game
ahead.
My year. I was fucking sub and I was fucking tamping at this little fucking third year. No, he might have been second year and I might have been fourth, fifth year.
2 years older
Yeah,
than me, so.
this little fucker, I'm sub and he's fucking playing ahead of me. And then he scores fucking free kick from 40 yards without taking fucking 2 steps. You just think, maybe you've got a point.
With one of the... we played Bishop Vaughan School, right? I was playing for Bishop Go. And just for us to get to the final, because we weren't really a great side, we beat Penland, who were a good side in the semis, and we played Righty's Bishop Vaughan side, which had Issy in it, Jamie Martin,
Martin Bing.
Right, they had a great side, right? No, Bingo couldn't play down, could he?
Sorry.
Jamie and Issy could play down, right? They had a really good side. Anyway, he had a free kick from about 40 yards and I stood in the wall and he hit it like an arrow straight into my bollocks. Right? Honest to God. I was pissing razor blades for a fucking week. It was fucking horrific. And then he beat us 4-0 as well, I can't. But yeah, good luck to him and I hope they go on and fucking...
No, it's great to see him fucking winning it, isn't it? Fucking
it's
brilliant.
great, you want the Swans to do well. Fucking Swans ladies won the FAW Cup as well.
Did they?
Beat
Yeah.
Cardiff, yeah.
Oh,
and I think they won the fucking league as well, again. So, it's nice to see some Swans teams are having some fucking success anyway, like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm sick of fucking talking about our fucking Swans team. But they got 3 massive... By the time we sit down next week, well, I'm going to talk about that as well. We'll have played... Our season may not be over.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options, but it's going to be fucking, heavy this next 7 days because we got Bournemouth fucking Saturday away where Paddy fell asleep in the stands last year.
Oh, that was a bad trip. I got pissed. First time I've ever drunk Grey Goose, right? One of the boys in the fucking gym said he's selling Grey Goose, 20 quid a bottle, so I thought, fucking I will have a bit of that. They're about 50 quid, aren't they, the big bottles, goes into the gym, he pulls out the bottle, no bigger than your bottle of fucking pale ale, but right? Embarrassing, wasn't it? Yeah. Put that on the bus, didn't even drink a full bottle.
No, we all had a shot.
We all had a drink. By 11 o'clock, I was fucking pretty drunk as I've ever been.
I blame the diabetes for that.
Oh, fuck, I was a hell of a mess.
But we got Bournemouth Saturday, we got Southampton next Tuesday, I believe. So there's going to be a lot going on in the next 7 days. And next Thursday, Owen Tudor-Jones. So he's either he's on.
Oh,
so he's either going to be here or maybe in Denny's. if Paddy can send us
Get hold of Leon. Well, hopefully Leon will hear this and realise I haven't got a phone. I've called into Denny's twice to see him, and I've dealt with Shirley on reception. Leon hasn't been in. Probably in fucking Anfield watching the European Cup.
Yeah.
But, like you said, like
Owen Tudor Jones is going to be next week, and thankfully, because we've half-assed everything, right? And we've left guests. We let people coming in the fucking literally last minute, like 2 days out and shit like that, and sometimes we pull people in on a day. But I've got the next 6 or 7 weeks mapped out, and it looks good. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's the right mix of people. So I won't fucking put it out there. We'll tease it.
Yeah.
We'll tease it.
Oh, yeah,
The message I got today from a certain person who we've been wanting to have on for a long time, which would be June the 7th, I think he asked, could he come in? That's going to be a fucking cracker, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, Westy, trust me on this, mate. This has been the most fun fucking 3 hours I've had in a very fucking long time. Paddy told me it would be good. He said, trust me on it. Just leave Westy to it. Fucking great. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure, mate, we could do it again.
Lads,
yeah, it's been fucking great. It's been lovely to meet you. Friends for life now, see?
Cheers for the support as well with the book and that.
You'll be picking you up with the junkies at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Get on Trampface, Homeless by Choice, LG West.
Where can I buy it?
Amazon.
Amazon is paperback and ebook, or if anybody's on Twitter.
Because I've got a copy now, I'll be selling bootleg versions out the back of my car.
You know, and now you go on Facebook and you have like sponsored ads pop up. Fucking popped up this week from eBay. My book, fucking some dodgy website. Trying to fucking sell me dodgy copies of my own book. But yeah, if anyone's getting me on Twitter or whatever, just send me a message, because I got sort of.
What's your Twitter at? I do put it in the thingy, but just says at Royal
Marine LW with a couple of underscores in there.
Also, if you read it, even if you don't enjoy it, stick a fucking review up and stick a 5-star review, because I know it helps, doesn't it? Like, it helps get people. For the sake of that 10 seconds, sticking a 5-star review.
I don't even know how to see the reviews for our podcast, right? For this. But I clicked on something the other day, and we've had like 71 reviews. I was like, fuck me. I just blew things like that. Just don't make no fucking sense to me. Like, I was like,
one star, and then he come back and changed.
And then changed his tune. He changed his tune. We won him over. We won him over. So anyway, like you said, Lee, thank you very much, mate. It's been a pleasure.
No, cheers, lads.
Back without. Get hold of Leon. Leon, if you're fucking listening, message me or message Paddy. We want Denny's for next week. We got OTJ coming in, and bet he can eat as well, a big long fucker. And we are out here.
Ambition is critical.